So I formally welcome you all on behalf of Deep Parenting. And topic today is all about you, me, and everyone around us. It is all about human behaviors, human personality. You must have seen that creative, which is highlighting that we are going to discuss about 4 P's of personality profiling. We all know we are different from each other. Are we on a common page on this? That we all are different from each other.
Yes.
We all agree? I know you all agree on the fact that we all are different from each other. We are different in terms of
Yes, sir.
thinking, the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we act in a different situation. That makes us different from each other. And we are different in terms of our personality. Personality, this term, I'm sure you are quite this. You have used this term so many times in your common language. You know what it means. You have your own viewpoint about this term personality. I just want to know from you. You can raise your hand. I'll invite your views. What is personality? Please, anyone. What do you mean by that personality which we refer to? Yes, Sunny. Unmute, please. Yes.
The way we think, the way we feel, the way we act.
The way we think, the way we feel, the way we act differentiates us from each other. Sunny, is it the personality or is it outcome of the personality?
So you will have to guide us.
Good viewpoint. Yes, Manvi.
The distinct characteristics of a human being can be called
responsibility. Wonderful. Characteristics. Wonderful. The characteristics which we have, the traits, the features of a human, the traits which makes you different from each other. We may have these traits inborn with us, and we may have acquired as we grown in life. Possible? We all have different experiences. We all have been raised in different environment. We all got different education, different experiences, different environment, different perspective. So that is why our traits are different. So we think differently, feel differently, and act differently. Good point. Thank you. Yes, Sundar. Unmute.
The way how we get adjusted to the society, our personality shows how we are getting adjusted to the society.
Wonderful. Good perspective.
People from different walks of life.
People come from different walks of life with different brain, with different genetic makeup. How do they cope up with the changes happening in the society? Good point of view. That our personality helps us. We may be best fit for the society, for the environment which we are into, or can we be misfit for that environment? Possible? Is there any possibility?
Possible. Yes, possible.
Depends in which environment I am. For example, if it doesn't resonate with my personality, it could be a misfit. And if it resonates with my personality needs, I may be in the best fit of that environment, maybe best fit for that environment. Possible. Yes, Anand?
सर किसी भी पर्सन का जो उनका एक नेचुरल कैरेक्टर है सर, और बॉडी लैंग्वेज, हैबिट्स, क्वालिटी, और जिस तरह से वो किसी भी पर्सन के साथ या खुद से जो वो सभी चीजों का कॉम्बिनेशन मिलके पर्सनालिटी बनाता है.
Wonderful. Good. So can I say in other way around that the traits which you have, the characteristics, which ultimately builds your character, who you are, the way you reflect yourself to the world around, the way you deal with yourself, is your personality, the differentiator. Good, Anand. So most of the viewpoints which you have given are powerful, and that's true to this. Just a minute. I'll share a presentation with you on screen. This presentation will help us navigate through this beautiful topic, personality profiling, 4 P's of personality profiling. And I got your view. What is personality? Personality is that set of traits which we have inborn with us, which we refer as natural trait, or certain things which we acquired with the passage of time, with our experience, with our education, different perspectives which we have. We all know that we are having a lot of similarities as humans. We are same in many ways. We have human bodies, mind, feelings, thoughts. But still, in many ways, we are different from each other, completely different and unique. Our emotions, feelings, thinking patterns. Even they say two identical twins think differently, feel differently, and act differently. They have different personality profile, which makes us different. Now, what makes us different is in a same situation, the way we think, the way we feel, the way we act. So good. Thank you for this viewpoint. My perspective, which I want to throw towards you, is that personality is, there can be different reflections of personality. Personality is who I am. Who I am. Can it be different from what you think I am? Possible?
Yes.
This is possible, that who I am can be different from what you think I am. And the third dimension to it is, who I am can be different from the way I reflect I am. Possible? My real being can be different from the being
Yes.
which I reflect in front of you. Possible?
તો પછી તમે લોકો જઈને આને કેટલું બધું કરશે?
Yes or no?
Yes.
This is possible, that who I am can be different from the way I reflect I am. We do certain makeups. Sometimes we snub our certain behaviors and natural reactions in certain situations. Yes or no? We do these makeups. When you meet someone first time in life, we do these makeups.
So
Yes.
we change according to the situation. We have to change.
We have to change, and we do change according to the situations, according to the circumstances. But is it a permanent change or a temporary change which we bring consciously?
It's a temporary change.
Temporary change. Maybe the way I am behaving in a certain situation. I request, please ensure you are muted. Priya, Preeti, Om. If you are not participating, please be on mute mode. Thank you. So there is possibility that I do make up. I control my emotions, feelings, natural emotions and feelings in certain situations. But when we say that it is natural, will we be able to control it all the time? Possible?
So
There are
can you,
people. Yes, Sundar.
can you come back again?
Huh?
Can you come back again with the question?
My question was that when we do certain makeups, when we meet someone first time, maybe on interview, on a date, right? On any professional meeting, when you meet someone, you reflect your best being at that time. That's a makeup. But can we do that makeup whole life?
No, that cannot
All
be
the
done.
time?
Only
No.
can be done only for that at that particular moment, at that particular second only. It cannot lead for a longer time. It can be only for a macro or a nanosecond time.
Absolutely.
Right.
Now,
We cannot do it for a long
consciously
period of
अगर
time.
हम ये नाटक कर रहे होते हैं तो उसका हमारे इमोशंस पे नेगेटिव इफेक्ट भी पड़ता है.
भी पड़ सकता है. Absolutely right. Now my point is, for example, Sundar met me first time, right? Online or offline for 2 hours. Me and Sundar both can be in our best beings. Possible? But if Sundar started working with me in the same company, in the same city, in the same office, and we are working from last 1 year, can we do makeups with us for 1 year every day?
No, cannot
Now I
be
think
done.
I know the real being of Sundar, and Sundar knows real being of Manish. Yes or no? When we start living
Yes.
together with people, we start working together with them, then we get to know the real being. That means when we talk about personality, personality can be something which I am, the real being. The second dimension can be what I reflect to the world around. And the third can be what you think I am. If I'm confusing you, I am something else and I reflect something else, I may confuse my audience. They may have a third viewpoint about me. Possible or not? These
Yes.
can be 3 different reflections to the personality. right? And today we are going to talk about who we are, and what people think we are, the reflection, right? That we will be discussing in today's discussion. Now, we all know we are different. We all know we are unique. When we are different, we are unique. In spite of knowing the
Yes,
fact.
sir. Like, sir,
Yes, Rajeshwari.
yes, sir. So, what we are giving and what we are giving and what we are receiving. Is that like that? The way we are giving or the way we are receiving
This is
about the personality of a person.
The giving and receiving can be a different perspective to it. What I want to highlight is that if in a given situation, right, you saw me one day in a given situation, angry, aggressive. In that first meeting, can you define me as an aggressive individual?
No.
This is my reflection to you, right? Ho sakta hai, this is not my true being. Maybe it was a momentary reflection, a momentary behavior. But when you started working with me and regularly you have seen that I show aggression, then you may call me an aggressive individual. That aggression can be my true trait. Possible or not? Or maybe one day in one meeting, you saw me very calm, composed. I reflected high patience, and you may call me that Manish has a lot of patience. But when you started working with me, then you got the reality that that reflection was a momentary reflection, right? Otherwise, I show most of the time high impulsivity. What you reflect most of the time, when you don't do any conscious makeup, that is your true being. When nobody is watching you. And the makeups we keep doing in different situations. Can we do it for life? Will we be happy doing those makeups whole life? If I just go against my natural being. If naturally you are designed that way that you need freedom to decide. But for some time, I can accept Sunny's viewpoint, even if Sunny imposed their viewpoint on me, I may take it. But can I take it whole life? From Jagruti, from Saima, from Madhuri, whole life I keep taking input from imposed viewpoints from others. I'm not like that. I may do it if I have a reason to do it. My EMIs are going, right? My boss is doing it. I have to listen. In my relationship, to keep a relationship, I have to listen. But can I do it whole life? Will I be doing it happily? I may be in a misfit situation. I may not be in a best fit. And that's what your true being, which we are going to talk about. Who you are. Yes, Jagruti.
Sir, the best example is correct me if I'm wrong. When any new member joins a family,
Yes.
after marriage or they go and stay for some time, they behave in a different manner with the entire family. But gradually over a period of time, the true behavior comes out as in slowly, evolve out of the makeup which they have done. And slowly and eventually everybody comes to know this is the actual thing.
Absolutely.
This is the actual behavior. So is this what we are talking about?
Absolutely.
The hidden part which is there as in behavior or a habit or what we call it, personality. Is that what we are going to talk about?
When you say it is hidden, it is not hidden. It is actually the true being.
The true being, right?
They kept a mask for a reason.
The mask,
maybe
the unmasking of the makeup.
Of the real being. True that. Or same happens in the corporates also. When somebody joins, like first intervention with a corporate when they come for interview, and after spending 1 year in that organization, it will be huge. It can be a different individual. Possible. Right? And these makeups we keep doing. Personality is who you are. Right? And the second dimension to it is what people think I am. What is there? My reflection to the world around. The both we will be discussing today in discussion. Yes, Sundar.
Sir, as Madam said about the real case, right? Things when a person is coming in, people will not speak from the heart. They will have two faces. That is, one is the real face and one is they'll just act according to their heart will not give the trueness for the person. Okay, I have to act. Let me not be very conscious. Okay, let me play the game. After that only we'll come to know the reality. Okay, they're playing games everywhere. As you said, we can't take everyone's suggestions or everyone's inputs. we need to be very clear of what we are going to do according to this.
And that's what we refer as makeup. A conscious makeup, conscious control, which we apply on our natural patterns.
Here,
Good, thank you.
Here, what will happen is sometimes our subconscious mind itself will take away from them, take away from us. So we have to be very
Please ensure you're muted. Yes, Bhavesh.
Great morning.
Great morning, sir.
Manishji, very best topic it is, and it is really what that person is. Basically, everybody will connect. Like it's a God-gifted talent that everybody is manipulative. If I say on myself only, my example only. So I am with my school friend right now also at the age of 50. Bhavesh is something different. I am with my college friend. Bhavesh is something different. In training industry also, I have my friends. Bhavesh is something different. In society also, Bhavesh has friends, but Bhavesh is something different. If I am visiting any temple, I will do seva, I will do many things. But that same Bhavesh at home does not feel a glass of water and drink. So Bhavesh is something different. So this is what Manishji is going to explain and tell us what exactly that person is without manipulation, how we can identify.
Absolutely.
And everybody will connect with this.
Thank you. So moving on with this discussion, we got 3 different dimensions: who I am, the way I reflect to the world around I am, and the way people think I am. Now, we all know we are different. In spite of knowing the fact that we are different, still the biggest pain in relationship is that why other party, he, she, is not thinking like me, why they are not feeling like me, why they are not acting like me. We are getting into conflict with our colleagues, with our team, with our spouses, with our kids, because they think differently, because they feel differently. And that becomes a premise of conflict. We start treating people bad just because they are different, they are feeling differently, they are thinking differently. Being different is not bad. It is just being different. It is a by default factory settings of each human. God has designed you different. And in today's time, what we need to know is how to embrace this difference. To know why we are different, how we are different, and how to live with the difference. Being different is by default. In given situation, 2 people can't think alike. They can't feel alike and they can't act alike. It's absolutely normal. And when I won't say that you will be embracing this difference with the world around, but the most important relations, I'll ask you to do this now. Professionally and personally, there are some people, those who are very important in your life, on whom your life is dependent directly or indirectly, or their life is dependent on you directly or indirectly, personally and professionally. Write down those 5 names. Write down those 5 names on your paper with whom you want to have great relationship. At least 5. It can be 50. But I'm just asking you to write down 5 names from your personal and professional life on whom your life is dependent fully, partially, directly or indirectly, or their life is dependent on you fully, partially, directly or indirectly. Most important relation for you. Yes, we want to have that relationship, but we don't know how to have it. And that's what we want to discuss today. Embracing the difference, knowing the difference. I hope you did it. Now, we all are different from each other. This is not something new, which I'm telling you. Way back, anciently, we knew that humans are different, but not much work has been done in the past, in the modern era of science, psychology, where we identified how we are different. Somewhere in mid-1800, around 160, 70 years ago, the modern psychologists started working on how humans can be defined differently based on their personality profiles. Based on their personality profiles, and different psychologists in different time wrote different theories based on this. Carl Jung, William Walton Marston, Brian, and many more. Many have written different concepts on identifying different personalities. But one of the powerful concept, widely used concept, has been proposed by Dr. William Walton Marston in the year 1920s. He wrote a book, Emotions of Normal People. Even normal people are different in terms of their personality. And he divided personality profile of an individual based on the set of traits they can have. So he divided the human race in 4 different quadrants based on their set of traits. And he named them differently. He named them dominant personalities, influential personalities, steady personality, and compliant personality. DISC is the popular name of this theory. DISC. How many of you heard of it earlier? Just write yes in the chat box if you have heard of this concept earlier. DISC. A very powerful concept proposed by Dr. William Walton Marston in 1920. Dominant, influential, steady, compliant. Many of you have heard it. Wonderful. And at that time in 1920s, this concept was much powerful, much accepted by people from the field of psychology, education, and
Also,
neuroscience. But it was not accepted much by, or it was not reaching to the masses. A layman was not aware of this concept. Non-psychology and non-psychiatry people were not aware of this concept much because it was a bit complex to understand. If you read this book, it's not easy to read book. Many of you have got this book from me. This book is not that easy to understand because the terminology they have used is a bit complex. But in 1960s, though there are a lot of other theories came, a lot of 4-quadrant theories came. But in 1960s, Dr. Gary Coucher re-represented this concept in a very easy manner. He named it as DOPE theory of personality profiling. This creation is also known as bird profiling theory. Very powerful way. Easier to understand and a powerful way to represent personality profiling. What he did, he connected the profile of birds with the nature of humans. Dove, owl, peacock, and eagle. If I ask you which bird you think is leading and aggressive, which bird you think is leading and aggressive?
Eagle.
Eagle.
What he did, the dominant, DISC ka dominant is presented over here as eagle personality. Which bird among 4 is impressing the viewer, influencing the viewer, the one who is watching them?
Peacock.
So influential personalities are presented over here as peacock personalities. Which among 4 is the mild bird?
Dove.
Dove are known for their mildness, steadiness, and steady personalities are represented over here as dove personalities. And among birds, they say the wiser one is owl. If you go in Western culture, even in our Hindu mythology also, owls is considered to be the wiser birds. But in our slangs, we do it other way around, right? But in reality, owls are considered to be the wiser birds. So compliants are represented over here as owls. But this theory was much easier to understand. And I think you immediately connected with the topic now. Earlier, when I was using those terms, dominant, influential, steady, compliant, maybe we don't know what exactly it means. But now you started connecting. Till 80s, this concept was not there. Ensure you're muted, please. And till 1980s, this concept wasn't there in the corporate. Do you think corporate also need inputs on understanding humans around them, their teams, while hiring, while leading them, while managing them?
Yes.
Yes. So what happened? Now there are so many theories, but at that time in 80s, Brian introduced the same concept to corporate as best theory of personality profiling. Just terminology is different. The concept is same. The bold personalities are those eagle personalities. Expressive personalities are peacock. Influential personality. Sympathetic is that dove, and steady, technical is that compliant and out. Brian introduced it. And believe me, if we discuss about all the theories which are available in the world, around 200 theories are there in the world. 200 theories are there in the world on personality profiling. And 2017, I started working on this concept, 4 P's of personality profiling. 4 P's of personality profiling is the inner urge of each reflections. If dominant is dominant, why dominant is dominant? That answer is there in that 4 P's. If an influential personality is influencing others, why they're influencing? That why is answered through 4 P's. And now this is available in a documented format in the form of a book, 4 P's of personality profiling. I'm going to share the summary of this book today with you. Now onwards, we'll be discussing about these personality profilings. I hope you got clarity on when it started, how it started, and where it is leading to. 4 P's says people can be differentiated in terms of their traits based on their inner urge in life. We all have a different food for life, something which we urge for, something which we live for. So 4P says that there are people, those who are power seekers. They seek control, power, right? According to DISC, they are dominants. According to 4Ps, they are power seekers. And there are people in the world, those who seek admiration, recognition, praise, attention, and their happiness, their joy, their satisfaction lies in that admiration. And if I need admiration from you, right, praise from you, attention from you, I will try to impress you. I'll try to influence you. So these influential personalities, why do they influence? Because they seek praise in life, the praise seekers. There are people, those who want to live in their mental peace, their comfort, peace seekers, and they remain steady in life, peace seekers. And there are people, those who want to live life in a methodical way, with a process. Process seekers are there, which we refer as compliance. Power seekers, praise seekers, peace seekers, and process seekers. Just to understand this concept in detail, there are certain scales which are visible to you on screen. Can you see those scales? Vertical, horizontal, and there's another scale at the bottom. So there is one scale over here, which is high assertiveness and low assertiveness, the vertical scale, which says that power seekers and praise seekers, dominant and influential personalities, they show high assertiveness. In communication, while dealing with people, they reflect high assertiveness. And process seekers and peace seekers, they show low assertiveness. Can anyone tell me, what do you mean by assertivity? Who is assertive? Yes, quickly.
One who can create balance in their life.
Balance?
Those who are very bold to stating their views.
The one who is bold in stating their view. Wonderful. Good. Any other view?
Someone who's not aggressive, neither passive, but know how to put up their point.
The one who is not aggressive, but they know how to put up their point forward. Wonderful. Good.
Positive about their actions to complete their task.
People, those who are positive and firm about their task in hand. That's what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Who knows how to say no in a very subtle way.
In the subtle way, okay.
Somebody who is confident.
Those are confident. Those
to the in the words or in the performance what they are doing. They are
Wonderful.
confident enough in doing it.
Expressing your opinion.
So rational,
You can raise your
can we say
hand. I'll invite
rational?
you. Yes, please.
So can we say rational?
Okay, we can say rational, those who are, right? Yes, Sunny.
So they are very clear in their thoughts. They know what they want, what they don't want, and they do it gracefully and
Wonderful.
confidently.
Wonderful. Good. Yes, Jagruti.
So somebody who is very confident and can implement the thing with confidence and if required forcefully.
Thank you. Thanks for your quick response. Yes, Sundar. Quick.
Bold enough to handle any situations and speak to any person in any type of environment.
Wonderful. Good. Yes.
So can I
Nidhi.
put one more? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Sir, someone who is able to maintain healthy boundaries without getting affected themselves.
Okay, good. Yes, Aarti.
Yes, according to me, the person is always very confident, and what they are presenting, they should know about the thing. कि हे हवा नहीं होना चाहिए. They should be very confident what they are presenting.
Okay, wonderful. Good. I'll give you this. Assertivity is a term which is used in communication. When you communicate with people, when you talk to them, primarily we use this term at that point of time. Who is assertive? The one who is firm and clear while proposing their ideas, and the one who is clear and firm while defending their ideas. They value their ideas and opinions a lot. And when they present it to the world around, they are firm while presenting. And if somebody contradicts it, they will be firm in defending those ideas because they're clear. They value their opinions, they value their ideas. And while presenting those ideas, they are not aggressive. While defending those ideas, they're not aggressive. This is what we refer as assertivity. That means power and praise people will just not agree with anyone anytime. They will have strong ideas, strong opinion. Now, if I ask you, if somebody is there who want to control people around them, the one who want to control situations, do you think they will just lose on to their opinion and ideas in front of others?
No, sir.
They will just not. Suppose if they propose their idea and somebody contradicts it, they will be ready to defend it. They will just not accommodate. They will just not agree. They will be ready to negotiate, convince, talk firmly. And if there is somebody who seek admiration, recognition, praise from the world around, publicly, when they are in public forum, right now, I am in a public forum. If I am an influential personality, I shared an idea with you, somebody contradicted that idea. Do you think I will just agree with that idea?
No.
Why? Because my influence is on stake. These all people, those who are listening to me, I am influencing them. My influence will be on stake if my idea will be contradicted. That is why praise seekers, publicly, they will be highly assertive. In person, they will be less assertive. Do you know that?
Yes.
You meet influential personalities in a public forum, they will just not lose their opinion. They will be ready to negotiate. But if you meet them personally, go personally, talk to them, higher chances are there they may accommodate. But publicly, they will not be because their influence is on stake. Right? But power seeker, whether they are in public or in person, they will definitely show high assertivity. I hope connected on this.
Sir, can I have a
Yes,
point?
yes, Sundar.
It was a real example for me. I was doing a program. When I had a discussion with the client, they came out with a lot of objections. So I went and told them very clearly, assertive, the communication was assertive and very clear. They accepted to my ideology what I'm telling them, how the situations we have to control it. And it was a very good thing that when we are bold enough and the communication was very smooth, and it should be to the level of communication. It should not be higher. The temper should not be go high or low also. It should be on the medium scale of communication where they start accepting it.
Wonderful.
You have to accept us.
Good reflection of assertivity. But I want to highlight on the aspect that why we are assertive. Why a power seeker will be assertive? Because they don't want to lose on their control. And why praise seeker will be assertive? Because they don't want to lose on their influence. right? So I hope, yes.
See the praise seeker, their volume will be, the pitch of the volume will be very high, so that they will try to influence their presence there.
Possibly. Let's see, I'll tell you, when these influential personalities influence others, they may have different approaches and ways to influence others. There are people, those who influence people with their oration skills. There are people, those who influence people with their knowledge. There are people, those who are influencing others with their skills, with their art. Could be different ways, right? So it's not mandatorily always high voice tone will be there. Maybe their rational ideas will be very convincing, right? They will be presenting their ideas in an articulated way. Could be possible, right?
So the articulation itself will say that, okay, how they're commanding.
See, when people, those who are praise seekers, they have one or other thing to use to impress others. You will find people, those who impress others with their possessions, right? There are people, those who impress others with their linguistic skills, with their knowledge, shero shairi, singing, right? Art, performing art or fine art, one or other skill. Or if they don't have any skill, they may be getting attention of the people with the negative ways also. By choosing negative ways also, they will be getting attention of the world around. By throwing tantrums, by reflecting this pessimism, always crying, they may be getting attention. I'll talk about it. What are the different ways people use to get attention? But it could be one of the way. They may go loud, or they may use some other approaches. Their rational approach can also be one way. Coming back to this frame, which we were discussing, that power and praise people are high on assertivity, and process and peace people will be low on assertivity. If I value my mental peace a lot, if I don't want to get into any conflict, any contradiction, then I will take a liberal stand when there will be a contradiction. Yes or no? Possible? There will be people around us.
Yes, you're
those
correct.
who will agree to disagree or accommodate. If I seek peace in life, I think I will not attract contradictions. I'll not proactively go and assert. That is why they show low assertivity. And people, those who are process seekers, they like discipline, rule, instructions, rule books, and they are not assertive to the rule book. If rule book is asking them to say yes, they'll say yes. If book is asking them to say no, they will say no. When we'll discuss about process seekers, you will get to know why they are low on assertivity, right? But quick reflection. I request all to ensure that your microphone is off, right? Now, there is one more scale which is at the bottom, task and relation. Can you see that? Visible?
Yes, sir.
It
Yes.
shows that power seekers and process people are very proactive towards task in hand. They may compromise with relation, but not with the task in hand. On the other hand, praise and peace people will give more importance to relation, less to task. Right? When we'll discuss about each personality, you will get to know how it happens with them. And there is one more scale which shows power and process people are high on responsiveness when it comes to responsibilities, task, assignment. And there are few, those who are low responsive when it comes to task, assignments, responsibilities. Praise and peace people will show low responsiveness. Power and process people will show high responsiveness. Now, this will be much clearer when we'll be discussing about each personality in detail. So first, I'll talk about power seekers. By DISC, they are defined as dominants. Now, my question to you is, this term dominant, you have heard so many times. You used it to define people. He or she is dominant. That fellow is dominant. You must have used this term so many times. Now, my question to you is, whenever you defined someone dominant, whenever you used this term dominant or dominance, have you used it in positive context to define someone's positivity?
No, sir.
No.
Mostly negative.
Mostly in the negative
Rarely
context.
Mostly in the next.
Mostly in the negative context. Maybe hardly we may have used it in a positive way to define someone dominant. We mostly used it in a negative context.
So depending upon the situation also, we can say that this guy is dominant on his work.
Maybe, but mostly I'm saying you may have used it somewhere in a positive way, but mostly we use this term to define someone's negative aspects. I will call someone dominant if I experienced that they are applying force on me, they are imposing their ideas on me. If they apply pain, pressure, force on me, if I experienced it, I will call them dominant. Yes or no? Otherwise, why shall I call someone dominant? Until they impose their ideas on me, until they are aggressive, forceful, they apply pain, pressure on me. Or if I have seen someone doing it on others, may not be on me. In my close circle, I observed there is somebody who is imposing their ideas on their team, on their spouses, on their relations, using force, pain, pressure. Then I may call them dominant. Am I right, wrong? Only when we experience that somebody is applying pain, pressure, fear, and force, then we call them dominant. Either they applied on us or we have seen them applying on others.
It is like forcefully asking us to do something.
Possible. Could be force, could be a pressure, or sometimes they, in a very natural way, they impose their ideas. In a very natural way. Let me tell you, this is this only. And I'll give you certain examples on it. How in a personal life and a professional life, we unknowingly impose ideas on others, those who are dominant. And when I'm talking to 137, we are in the meeting right now. If I'm addressing 136 people, there are many dominants in this group. There are many praise seekers in this group. There are many peace seekers in this group. And there are many process seekers in this group. Right? And there are many mangas. Those who may have these traits, maybe they are aware of it. They may not be aware of their natural patterns. So when we talk about power seekers, dominants, they seek control. They seek control over people, processes, and situations. They are dominant. If somebody throws a challenge towards them, they get stimulated. These people are decisive and direct. Why they will be decisive and direct? Why they will be blunt and stubborn? It is quite natural if you have strong opinion and strong ideas and you are assertive. If you have strong opinion, strong ideas, you are ready to defend your ideas. Maybe there is a possibility if somebody will come and contradict your idea, you will just not agree. Yes or no? A power seeker will not agree. When power seeker will just not agree, the other party may call them blunt, stubborn, decisive, dominant. Yes or no?
Attitude.
When we try to convince someone and they're not getting convinced because their viewpoint, their idea is very strong with them, I as an individual may call someone blunt, stubborn. Why he's not agreeing? But it is their strong opinions and ideas which they're not ready to change. It's not that dominants don't change their ideas. They need more discussion. They need more explanation. They need more logics. They will just not agree. While dealing with dominants, you shall be mentally ready to give logics, give reasons, explanations. Then only you will be able to convince them. Yes, Manvi.
So there has been also
Manvi. Sundar, I'll invite you. Manvi.
Sir, is it possible that the dominants display such traits because they think very highly of themselves? They think they know it all, and
Possible.
probably within their circle, nobody knows as much as they do. So they think that they need to lead from the front and take decisions on everyone's behalf, and everyone must follow whatever they're saying.
I will not term negatively to it ego or something, but see, it is their natural trait.
Yeah.
Even they are not planning it. It's not that it's a planned behavior of a dominant. It's just that what's going on in their mind. They value that opinion, that idea. So when they discuss it with others, when they propose their ideas to others, they're very firm. If somebody contradicts, they will be mentally ready to defend it. Natural trait. There is no plan as such that I want to reflect myself big. It could be foul dominance also. But the real dominance is quite natural. Right? Jaise, suppose we all in a project at workplace, we are giving suggestions, or suggestions are invited from a team that there is a project. Please suggest in what all ways this project can be done. If you took advice from a dominant, now that dominant there will be inside, there will be a trigger. They want that my idea shall be agreed and executed. Now they will try their best to convince people. They will try their best to tweak people also, so that their idea get agreed and accepted, right? Suppose we friends even in a personal group, we are deciding on watching a movie, and I'm asking all of you which movie to watch. We are looking for each other's contribution. If dominant is not involved, no problem. But if you involve them, you ask their viewpoint which movie to watch, and they suggested, okay, why don't we watch Kesari 2, right? And now others are saying, yeah, that will be boring, and this. Now they will give you 10 reasons why to watch that movie. They will convince each one of you personally, Sam, Dand, Bhed, everything they will try to convince people so that their idea get executed and it shall get agreed. It's quite natural with them. आपके घर में भी, if you ask them, ना तो पूछो ना dominant से कि क्या बनाना आज, पर अगर आपने पूछ लिया, then they want कि come what may. If I told today there has to be rajma, तो बनाओ rajma, ठीक है, हाँ खाओ rajma ही बनाओ आज. In a very natural way, they will put across their viewpoint. Natural. That's not planned. That's what I refer to. It's a natural pattern of a dominant, that in a very natural way they end up imposing their viewpoints on other. But when they end up sharing their viewpoint in a strong way, can there be a possibility that there could be some people, those who may feel bad because their idea was declined?
Yes.
Disrespected? Possible? Intention of dominant is not to disrespect anyone's idea or demean others' ideas. There's a difference between having an intention to demean someone's idea. They value their own idea a lot. That's the difference. Their intention is not to disrespect or demean others' ideas. It's just that they value their own opinion and ideas a lot. That is why they want that idea to be executed and agreed. But in that process, the other party may feel bad. But that's not the intention of dominant most of the time. So that's why I'm not going to go that negative as you think that they propose foul ego or so. It's not planned. It's natural. Yes, Nidhi?
Sir, and in my experience, what I have observed is that they go one step ahead also at times. They will not listen because they value themselves a lot, no doubt. But they will learn by not listening to others most of the times.
Possible. And I'll tell you why they do it and which type of dominants do it. Which type of power seekers do it. We'll discuss about it. Yes, Sundar?
So these dominant characters, as you said, I had also experienced this. They try to bring in why they are trying to impose what they need to, what is to be done. They are doing it purposely or they are doing it for the sake of doing it.
And I told you, it is natural. Purposefully, they are not doing it. This is what I think. I may think, when I'm dealing with a dominant, I may think that they have purposefully imposed their idea on me. They have intention to disrespect me. They have intention to demean my idea. This is my viewpoint, but it's not their intention. That's what I just explained with the help of example, that it is natural with me. It's not based on an objective.
नहीं सर, कुछ स्थिति पे लोग क्या करते हैं ना सर, they forcefully implement something and they want to insult a person. How will we take it up? They'll insult and they'll start.
I'll tell you, this is what Nidhi asked. I'll tell you, if while taking control and while exercising control, if they end up hurting others, right? This we refer as
laughing at us.
Or maybe feeling, disrespecting or imposing their ideas in a tough way. They are putting scratches on relationship, right? Unknowingly, knowingly. We refer them as forceful dominants. Their empathy level is low, right? They pass on pain. And when they pass on pain to other side, that is why you call them dominant.
Dominant.
If anyone will not pass on pain to you, but they lead you, will you be calling them dominant?
No.
If there are anyone you worked with and they took control of your ideas and opinion, you happily given your control of ideas to them. But there is no history where they have hurt you, right? You felt bad. Will you be calling them dominant?
No.
You will call them leaders.
Leaders.
Right? But what you highlighted, there are people like that. We'll discuss about it. Anything related to this, Arati?
Sir, at times it can happen because of their attention-seeking nature, they want to be in a crowd and they become a dominant.
That's a different personality. The attention seeker is different. Praise seeker. The attention wala. This is a control seeker fellow. The one who want control in that situation on people or on processes they dependent on. Right? Attention may be a different this seeking, different urge, which we will differently discuss differently. Yes, Preetham?
Sir, sometimes I get
uh,
confused with the term. Sometimes I get confused with the term manipulator and dominator. So, can you please elaborate this?
Any personality can be manipulative. Any personality can be manipulative provided for what they are manipulating. A dominant may manipulate for control. A influential may manipulate for influence. A peace seeker may manipulate people for their own peace of mind. And a compliant will not manipulate. The less chances are there they will be manipulative. Right?
Sir, yeah.
Yes.
I was asking, in this process of controlling others, if they feel that there is no control and confront किया किसी ने तो उनको अच्छा नहीं लगता है, तो is it a high chance that they will cut off from that person?
Possible. High chances are there. If you are dealing with the dominant and if you are frequently getting into conflict with them, you are disrespecting them. You means you may be different personality or you may also be a dominant personality. But if a dominant is feeling disrespected, their ideas are not given enough value, they will choose to find out other people to influence or control. They will not be.
And they will, like I have seen, like so many dominant people now I can see around me in my home. So even if we say sorry, they will not forget that. They just keep on holding that grudge for years and years.
Depends. This, like, see, if you hurt someone and they are not giving you sorry, this can be with any personality. Totally dependent on how much damage you have done to their urge of life. If praise seeker ko you critically treated, they may not they may not have good relationship with you. Even with a praise seeker, this is possible. If peace seeker, you have taken away their peace from their life, you've given them stress, they may not have good relationship with you. It's not only with the dominant, it is with any personality, the one, and especially process seekers. If you once you broke their trust, they will not be able to trust you back. That's a big time problem with compliance, process seekers. I'll talk about it. So what you're asking is not only with the dominant, it can be with anyone, provided what they seek in life, what they have urge of, if you take away that from them, they will never have good relationship with you. Yes or no?
So मतलब यही है ना कि they lose the picture that they are disrespecting, but when they are being disrespected, तो immediately वो cut off हो जाएगा.
I don't know whether they do or not. That totally depends on your relationship and situation. But at any point of time, if you took what they want in life, if you took away from them, they will not have good relationship with you, whether they are dominant or influential. Right? Whether they're keeping it at pain for long or for shorter span of time, totally depends on how much damage you have done to them, knowingly, unknowingly. Right? आप तो ये कह रहे हो कि रेसिप्रोकल है, उसने किया इसलिए मैंने किया, खुद तो कर दिया और अपनी हजम नहीं हुई. This is your viewpoint. But what is their viewpoint? If they felt that way, if what they want you took away from them, they may not have good relationship with you. To have great relationship with them, what to do, I'll discuss about it. What we shall do to keep good relationship with each personality. Whether they are your child, whether they are your spouse, whether they are your team members, whether they are your boss. All 5 people which you have written on the paper, they may be your spouse, they may be your kids, they may be your family members, other family members, maybe your boss, maybe your coach, your coachee, anyone. Yes, Shobha. Not audible.
Is it possible that percentage of narcissist peoples are most probably comes from dominant personality?
Possible, right? Possible. And allow me, I'll give you how they can be. Allow me, I'll go ahead. I'll share with you when we'll talk about the type of these personalities, you will get some idea how this can lead to narcissism and why. Yes, Vrinda.
Yes, so I had the same question that can be the whole bunch of dominant people, can we call them narcissists or
No, we
there
can't.
is a group?
We can't. I'll tell you. Let me take you ahead, right? And you will have view on this. They can be seen blunt and stubborn, and they can lose sight of big picture sometime when there is a challenge or competition. At that time, they don't think much. They don't research much. They just jump into competition and challenge without thinking of much consequences. And while taking control, they can be sensitive to other people's emotions and needs. Empathy may not be high when they will be controlling others. They are otherwise natural achievers, fast-paced. They make quick decisions. Now, this quite be natural with assertive people, those who have strong opinions and strong ideas, right? If somebody is having strong opinion, strong idea, will they be dependent on others' view to make decisions? Tell me. Will they be dependent on others' views to make decisions?
No,
They will be quick in making decisions. Usually, dominants make decisions based on their gut feel. They are very much clear about their ideas and opinions, and that is why they are quick in decision making. They go with their gut feel. The drawback can be their decisions can be less researched, right? Their decision may go wrong, but their decisions will be definitely quick. And if they value their opinions and ideas a lot, they will definitely be decisive on their ideas. They will just not change their opinion. So you will see decisiveness as one of the trait in these. Right? What is visible to you on screen? Somebody told me. It is
power seeker, dominant.
Okay, good. Thank you. So they can be impatient. They seek control. They are goal-oriented people, and they are highly competitive in nature. They are high on assertiveness, and they are highly responsive to task, assignment, and responsibilities. Like in a given scenario where there is a task going on, right? Or maybe there is lack of leadership. You will see dominant people will be proactive in taking responsibilities. Even if they haven't been asked for, they volunteer for taking responsibilities. Because each responsibility they take leads to control, authority. I'll give you one example. How many of you are from schools? Quickly. Teachers, educators, how many of you are there? Just write down T in the chat box if you're a teacher, an educator. Quickly. Many of us. So you will connect quickly with this example which I'm going to give you. Those who are from teaching. Suppose there is a classroom, 5th standard. Students are there in that class. You are a class teacher. And in an exigency, you have to leave the class unattended for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. There is no nominated monitor in the class so far. You have to leave the class in exigency for 15 minutes. What will be the situation of that class when nobody is monitoring the class? No nominated monitor.
Someone will assume. Everybody will be monitoring each other.
Maybe that will be great. Otherwise, everybody will be in their own zone. There can be chaos. Yes or no?
Fish market.
Sometimes, somebody will take up the leadership and say,
absolutely. In the same chaos, there will be 1 or 2 kids, those who will get up and start managing the class. Are they positionally the monitor of the class? No.
No.
They are mostly those who personally took the call, volunteered. Do they have a fear? कि बाकी लोग बोलेंगे, who are you to control me? Why you are asking me to stop?
No.
They don't have a fear. They take this call. And believe me, high chances are there, those 2 kids or that one child who took call, volunteered to control the class are dominants. They're very proactive. In an organization also, when there will be a project who is not attended well, and there is a scope of taking responsibility and managing the project, there will be few those who will be proactive in taking responsibilities to make that project successful. When people will be going away from responsibilities, a power seeker will be proactive in taking responsibilities. Got it? This is their nature. This is their, and if that responsibility leads to control, then to definitely they will be eager to take that responsibility. If it leads to control, leading people, controlling people, right? So you will see that proactiveness in dominance towards responsibilities, tasks, assignments. And I given you example of that movie. in that when you are deciding on movie and somebody is suggesting you that why don't we go and watch Kesari 2 and others are not agreeing, they will be convincing others. High chances are there they will be ready to take responsibility of making the bookings also. I'll do it. Right? When a dominant who is in the park, playground, and that dominant want that what's going on in my mind today about a game, right? I want everyone to play cricket with me. They may take responsibility to bring cricket material, that kit, bat and ball. They're proactive in taking responsibility if it leads to control. Got it? Clear?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, yes,
Is
Jyoti.
being dominant a good quality?
Good question. Because maybe when we go ahead, you will be asking me which personality is a good personality and which personality is a bad personality. Right? And
Yes.
the answer is there is no personality which is good personality. There is no personality which is bad personality. It is always a best fit and a misfit. Right? There are situations where leading traits, proactive traits are required. They are fit for that environment. But if a dominant has to live in an environment where they are not given opportunities to decide, they are not given opportunities to take decisions freely, liberally, they will be the misfit in that environment. They will be unhappy. So I won't say that this is good or bad. It's all about getting the environment conducive to their personality.
So
right?
when is being cornered by a dominant person, how it will be?
Huh?
Cornered by an individual. An individual is being cornered by a dominant personality.
Possible a dominant may corner someone. We refer this personality which I'm talking about. It has different reflections. There is one personality profile type of dominance which we refer as forceful dominance. The one while taking control, while getting things agreed upon, they end up hurting others. Their empathy level is low.
No.
Right? You actually refer dominance to these type of people, those who apply force, fear, pain, pressure, right, on others.
Hurting
But
with
at the same time, there is another type of dominance which we refer as mild dominance. The one who has strong urge to take control, but while taking control, they don't hurt others. They show care. They show high interpersonal skills. They show empathy. They specially decide that when I will be taking control, I ensure I will not be hurting anyone. And I'm asking you, many of you have worked in schools, colleges, with supervisors, with leaders, with bosses in corporate. Have you come across few leaders, those who led you, you happily given control to them, and you have no history of any bad experience with them, no hurting from them? Have you came across people like that?
Sir, please could you repeat your question? The screen froze.
Okay. My question
temporarily.
is, have you came across that type of leaders and supervisors in your life to whom you have given your full control? You acted according to their viewpoint, you've given your full control to them, and you have no history or no memory of bad experience with them, no hurting from them. Have you got? Were you fortunate enough to get this type of people? If yes,
Yes, sir.
then you dealt with mild dominant people. Those who are controlling, leading, taking responsibilities, proactively doing things, but they ensure they shall not hurt others. That is another thing which they try to do while controlling. Right? Understood? Yes, Priyanshu?
सर जैसा आप बता रहे हैं मैं जब दिल्ली पुलिस में थी तो वहां पे हमारे एक सर थे जब किसी को छुट्टी चाहिए होती थी तो वो दे देते थे पर अगले दिन उससे 3-4 घंटे ज्यादा बैठा के काम करवा लेते थे पर सब खुश होते थे कि जब हमें जरूरत है तो सर ने छुट्टी दे दी तो आई होप कि वो इसी में आएंगे.
He was not compromising with task also. He was getting the task done, but at the same time he was conscious and careful about their needs. Right? There's somebody proposed, okay, why don't we watch this movie? Right? and किसी और ने कहा कि why don't we watch that movie recently came Jat? Or if I say, if I am dominant and I say, Arey, what type of taste you have, buddy? You want to watch that movie, huh? What I'm doing right now. While proposing my idea, I'm hurting others' emotions, others' feelings. Yes or no? Agree?
Yes, sir.
But at the same time, when somebody proposed, why don't we watch that movie? And I sat with them and I told, see, the kind of bunch of people we have, I think we'll be enjoying that movie. And I given some logical reason to them to choose my movie over their movie. That my urge is same. I want that my choice shall be agreed and accepted. But I'm not trying to hurt others' emotions and feelings. I'm empathizing with it. I can understand what's going on in your mind. You must be keen to watch that movie. But I want to tell you, right? This movie, if we watch over that the movie you can watch. Iske graphics are good, iska theme is good, whatever. I'll give some reasons to convince. Instead, just throwing away their proposal and make them feel bad. Got it? This unknowingly people do. Who will be doing that? Forceful dominant. And mild dominant usually grow higher on empathy. Their interpersonal skills are high. They are careful. And if you want to work ever in life, you want to work with forceful dominant or a mild dominant? You want to live with a forceful dominant or a mild dominant?
Mild
You want to
dominant.
raise, if your child is dominant, you want to raise a forceful dominant or mild dominant?
Mild one.
Mild.
So what is the differentiator between both? The differentiator between forceful dominant and mild dominant is empathy.
Empathy.
If you really want that your child, I'm sharing it from parenting perspective. If you got to know that your child is dominant, then you must work on improving and nurturing empathy, high interpersonal skills in that child, high care. And you will see gradually your child will switch from forceful dominance to mild dominance as they grow. And there are many adults also. Those who were 5-10 years ago, they were very aggressive, very dominating, very forceful. But after 5-6 years, today when you meet them, you must have seen changes in them. They are careful, caring, high on empathy. Noticed? Have you came across those people to whom you met 5-10 years ago? They were aggressive. And today when you deal with them, you see a different personality. We say this, okay, this personality is different. Actually, personality is not different. They improved on their personality. The limitation at their end was they were not good at empathy. They grown on empathy. And that's what we need to do.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you give some tips on this, like how we can mold a child for this?
I'll come to it. I'll come to it, how to nurture empathy, which is a blind spot.
Okay.
That's the next point.
Thank you.
Yes, Vrinda.
So can in a simple word we say that these forceful dominants are bosses and mild dominants are leaders?
You can say that. See, I'll tell you. These are general terms used. Bosses,
Yeah,
leaders.
yes, that is
Right?
yes.
You may have your own definition of boss and a leader. Right? But there are critical leaders also. Right? There are autocratic leaders also. They were also termed the leader way back. Totally depends on which environment you are. Right? There are many situations in corporate sometime where critical leadership is required. At that time, if you start feeling like when COVID came, when organizations were on the verge of shutdown, they needed people to manage that critical environment, chaos, right? So at that time, there were people, those who took calls. At that time, they were not bothered about that whether their decision will be hurting someone. Their decisions were in the favor of the organization, may not be for the individuals. So critical leadership may sometimes you need process seekers or dominants, right? If you only think of people, you will not be able to deal with that crisis. Totally depends on situation. Yes, Guneet.
Sir, one more thing, personality will not be the same.
One by one. Yes, Ramalakshmi.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Personality will not be same according to me, sir. Actually, it will be changing every time.
Possible.
And we can mold to some extent.
We can, and you will get to know what we actually possibly can mold. and we can acquire certain traits from other personalities also. We can improve our blind spots. There is a term which we use in personalities that each personality has some blind spots. For example, I just given you an example. A dominant's blind spot is empathy. They are weak on empathy. If we nurture their empathy, or they grow up with empathy with their experience or with their life, they switch from forceful dominant to mild dominant. But for the word around, this personality got changed. The people, those who were dealing with them, they were calling them aggressive. Now they say they are leading, not hurting. But the urge to control remain same. I want to give you one more example on this.
Sir, one more thing what I've observed, sir. A person will not be with the same personality. He'll be dominant at home. He'll be mild at office. He'll be showing something at the place, sir. Like he's having multiple personalities.
They do role plays. They do role plays. But I want to tell you, the real being which they reflect is that place where they are not being judged. Right? At workplace, if somebody is mild, but at home they are aggressive, dominating, always wanting their ideas shall be agreed and executed. Right? Possibly this could be a weird reflection. Maybe this dominant is snubbing their dominant trait at workplace because they are not allowed to make decision. They have to go according to others' choice. Their reasons are there because their EMIs are going, their responsibilities are there, and the entire frustration they're putting at home. Maybe they are different.
Sir, one more thing I've observed, even kids, small children, they'll be aggressive at home. If they're aggressive at home, they'll be quiet in the school.
If they're quiet at school, aggressive at home, they are not dominant. The dominant will reflect that dominance at school also, with friends also. When they go to park or so, they will have their team. I'll tell you what to play. They want their ideas shall be agreed. If they show this tantrum which you reflect as aggressiveness, that tantrum can be thrown by any child. A dominant also, by influential also, peace seeker also. Everyone. That doesn't decide. But the real being is when you are not judged. And child is not getting judged anywhere. Right? They will be reflecting with the friends also.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yes, sir.
One question. Personality is adaptive or more influences by birth, means what the qualities they have got from by birth.
Who we are today, it is actually blend of two type of traits which we have. Traits which we got as gift by birth, which we call inborn traits, and there are traits which we acquired with the passage of time. And your personality is blend of both. So as we discussed that we keep changing our personality, means we keep acquiring traits from other bunch of personality profiles. I as a dominant also as I grow in life, I will be taking some traits, acquiring some traits from peace seekers or praise seekers or some other personality profile. But I will not go contrast to my basic nature.
This is what, that's what I was. Means what, can you like specifically tell me what is exactly that we are not able to change? Means inborn quality that cannot be changed, and the quality that can be adaptive.
It is your urge. It is your urge. That power seeker, at any point of time, maybe their role will change, their outlook will change, but the inner urge of control will not change. I want to share one example with you, because many a time we define people and their personalities based on their outlook. You met someone in corporate, very aggressive, very dominating, and you defined that this fellow is quite dominant. After some time, you got to know that fellow is now into a different profession where he's preaching people on meditation, spirituality, peace. Right? We may think that personality got changed, but the urge remains same. If their urge is to control the situation, the people, right, the processes around them, even if they go and become a preacher, now they will be controlling different people, different environment. It's not they are going to be dependent on someone, because dominant can't be dependent on others' view. They have strong opinion. They have the urge to control the situations and people, and they will keep doing it. When they were in political environment or commercial environment, they were controlling those people. Now they are in spiritual environment, they are controlling those people. And I'll give you one example. I'm sure you will resonate with it. Most of you, I hope you know, there is a preacher, Jaggi Sadhguru, Jaggi Vasudev. You know, I'm sure you must have heard his viewpoints, his interviews,
Yes,
and all.
sir.
Yes.
Now, if we overall see that he is talking about spirituality, peace, mental peace, that's what they are proposing to the word around, preaching the word around. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, by outlook, we may say that this fellow is a peace seeker. He may be talking about peace, but he is not a peace seeker. He is a power seeker individual, which quite reflects in his style of working, in style of communication, the way he convinces people. When he is contradicted, if you see on him on stage, you must have seen so many times when he convinces people, he may be highly rational, but he end up hurting people. He's very dry, sarcastic, taunting also when he talks on stage. Yes or no?
So he's very judgmental also sometimes.
I'm not getting into, I'm not defining that personality, but I'm giving you a reflection that outlook
Yes.
and personality can be two different things.
I'm sharing another trait of this kind of personality. They can be judgmental also.
The possible,
If
but
they're
my
not
point,
agreed with immediately.
my point over here is when they will be, now this fellow who has a strong opinion, he is highly assertive. The opinion, the perspective he has, he'll be very rational while presenting that idea. But while presenting that idea, he may prove to be rational, but he end up hurting others. Happens or not? He's managing a great empire. Do you think a peace seeker will be taking this call? May not be.
No.
So that's what I want to highlight. कि आप कपड़े देख के और outlook देख के, you can't define that personality got changed. The inner urge remains same. The only thing is, maybe when he was working for some other environment, maybe for commercial environment in a corporate, at that time he was controlling that environment, those people. Now he is in a spiritual environment, he's controlling those people, that environment. Got it? The urge remains same. That is not going to change. Other traits we may acquire, we may improve, but the inner urge, the food for life, power seeker का food for life is control, praise seeker का is praise. अगर praise seeker को जिंदगी में praise मिलनी बंद हो जाए, recognition मिलनी बंद हो जाए, they will be highly frustrated in life. They will not be happy, not be satisfied. Right? They need attention. If attention is taken away from them, or this is not something which is going to change with them. Got it? I hope I given your answer. It's not that personalities don't change, do change, but some core features remain same. That doesn't change. Yes, Guneet.
Sir, I wanted to ask, can a dominant personality be a forceful dominant and a mild dominance at the same time with specific people and
Possible.
with past experiences?
Possible. Anyways, they are dominant. Maybe at one place they will feel that I need to show care. With few people, they may not. They may not care. Possible. And that means they have to grow with more empathy now. Yet, it's not up to the mark. If they grow with empathy, maybe they will be scaling it at all levels.
They're somewhere in between.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yes, Pooja.
So most of the time I have seen that the dominant personality will not accept that they are dominant.
True that. Possible.
So how do we make them realize that?
See, I'll tell you, there is something wrong with the terminologies. I just started my discussion today when we discussed about power seekers. I asked you that have we used dominance in a positive context or negative context? You all highlighted negative, right? So why, Pooja, somebody will agree on it? If we used this term in a negative context, you change the terminology. Wahi dominant ko you start saying that you have strong opinions, you are highly assertive, you are very pro on taking responsibilities and control, they will accept it. Are you getting me? It's all game of communication and terminologies. Agar main bolunga, Vrinda, you are dominant, Vrinda may not agree. But if I say, Vrinda, I've seen that you're very pro on taking responsibilities. Even at the cost of your peace, you take responsibilities proactively. You are highly assertive. You just not easily lose on to your opinion in front of others. Vrinda will say, yeah, I'm Manish. I'm like that only. She will just agree. Are you getting me?
Okay.
It's all in terminologies.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Namrata.
सर हमने ये डिस्कस किया कि they value their opinion a lot and they in urge of taking control वो research नहीं करते, तो it might happen कि sometimes they are actually wrong, जो भी opinion उनका है they are wrong, research नहीं किया है. In that case, how we need to convince them or
I'll come to it. This is
inform
what I'm
them.
going to discuss: how to deal with them, how to be with them. Right? Yes, Shobha. You allow me to go ahead. Right? I'll take you on a journey where I'll be almost addressing everything which we are discussing. Yes, Shobha.
Sometimes, sir, I saw that few dominant peoples who are very forceful dominant, but they manage to present their character or themselves as a best person.
Possible. Possible. The empathy may not be naturally with them, but they may do
but
makeup.
they show.
Makeup to they do.
Way.
Possible.
Yeah. And it's very difficult to identify them as a dominant.
I'll give you a tool. I'll tell you how to identify if it is important for your relationship. See, we may not be able to know everyone's personality. It can be immaterial to me. But the names which you have written, if you just enlarge that list, so far you've written 5 names at the start of the discussion. अगर आप उसे 15 or 50 कर लो, at least those who are important for you, उनके personality profiles you can get to know because it is important to know. I'll tell you how. Yes, Sundar.
Sir, when Jaggi started his life, it was around an 80 square feet room. It's hardly 5 kilometers away from his place. Now you see the power of dominance. Now people didn't know that he was at power. Whenever he speaks, he's a spiritual guru only. But the power now he is in is a very in a place that where he has acquired a lot of land now.
Actually, I'm not talking about that personality. I'm just giving an example to resonate with that outlook, and personality can be two different things. If I as Manish may talk about peace, I may not be a peace seeker. Or if I ask about power, it doesn't define me a power seeker. It's in my conduct, it's in my behavior, it's in my reactions and reflections. It's not in my words, believe me. मैं अगर बोल भी रहा हूं ना कि I need peace, I need peace. As a power seeker, if I ask, I need peace, you give me peace. You give me peace, take away all challenges from me. If you take away all challenges from the life of a power seeker, they will be highly uncomfortable in that comfortable environment. This is a power seeker.
Sir, मैं तो example बोल रहा हूँ कैसे
मैं मान गया आपकी बात जो आप बता रहे. I took your point.
किसी को पता ही नहीं था.
I took your point, but I am so far, I don't want to reflect that we are discussing about a personality, a certain individual. I'm giving you a connect to understand that outlook can be different from the real being of an individual, which is different, right? Moving on. So this is forceful dominance and mild dominance, and there is another personality which is called foul dominance. Foul dominance means they are not dominant, but they may reflect that I'm dominant. Actually, they are not. They're somebody else. Some other personality they are not dominant. These people actually keep demanding control, but they don't have abilities to control. They keep demanding, give me control. My teacher is biased, my mama is biased, my boss is biased, not giving me opportunities. But when you give them control, they will not be dealing with that control responsibly. They may not have abilities to control that situation. That we refer as foul dominance.
They don't know what they're doing.
Visibly, they may be seen as power seekers because they demand power. Actually, they are not. Right? So forceful dominant, ये है भी dominant, दिखेगा भी dominant. Mild dominant is dominant, but they will not be visibly seen as dominant. And foul dominance is not dominant, but visibly they may be seen as dominant. That's how we define them. And if you want to have good relationship with the dominant personality, whether it is your spouse, whether it is your child, and whether it is your colleague, your boss, one thing you need to work on, that is respect. Respect is a fundamental need for a dominant personality. If at any point of time they felt disrespected by you, they may not have good relationship with you. Right? Even your child. Suppose so far, if while raising my child, I hurt my child while getting things done, criticize my child, compare my child, and I have dominant child, I compare them, criticize them. I use pressure, pain, fear, and force on my child to get things done. Will they have good relationship with me?
No.
Do you think it is a good approach to raise a dominant child?
No.
The worst approach. It will be the worst approach to raise a dominant child. Right? If your team member is dominant, they are not going to take your pressure that way, which is coming in the package of criticism, comparison. Rather, they work more towards encouragement, image consciousness. If respect is on stake, they will be working hard. Appreciation, awards, rewards will be working wonders for them. Right? Yes, somebody raised hand. I think Meet.
Sir, it's me, Shilpa Sabu.
Yes.
Sir, क्या dominance, when it can be of any type, like foul dominance also, mild dominance also. But क्या उनको एक personality trait हम ये consider कर सकते हैं कि अपनी presence उनको दिखाना simply by raising a question also, by answering a question also, and answering it in a unique way or in a different way. Is that a trait of a dominant personality, or like raising any query which can be unnecessary part?
See, they will not be unnecessary, you're asking.
Yes, sir. It can be unnecessary, unrelated, irrelevant of the topic going on, but it can be there just to make their presence over there.
That will be a trait of an influential personality, not of a dominant. Dominant will do it to control the discussion. For example, honestly, don't take it otherwise. We are doing this program right now, right? If there are influential personalities sitting, definitely there is an urge to reflect their viewpoint. If they have, they will be proactive in it. Not for presence, they will be doing it. Power seeker will not do it for presence, but influential personality can do it. Can let others know that I am in the program. Let me share the viewpoint, or their topic can be irrelevant also. Shilpa?
Yes,
not of a power seeker. Influential can do it because their urge is attention, recognition. And if they notice nobody is recognizing me, I'm not getting that attention, admiration, let me share something. They can have a relevant topic also. It's possible.
I was joining it with dominant personality just to make their presence, or just to make it like for the sake of that attention. They can do it for dominance personality.
No, they will not be doing for dominance. Influential can do this for marking their presence, showing that I'm there. Right?
So that won't come under that foul dominance also?
Possible. A foul dominance, again, foul dominance will ask for control. Make me monitor, make me the leadership position. Why you are not giving me responsibilities? They are asking for those control wali things, not only for attention purposes. So agar koi attention ke liye kar bhi raha hai, to wo koi aur hoga. There are people, like when I'll talk about influential personalities, I'll tell you, an influential personality will be seeking attention and they will have their ways to get attention. And there are people, those who have negative ways to get attention. And what you are highlighting is a negative way of getting attention. Irrelevant questions, irrelevant topics, right?
Yes.
Just coming up. Understood?
Okay, sir.
That will not be a trait of a dominant. Yes, Michelle?
Sir, you said dominance is innate, innate nature. So forceful and mild dominance. Now, foul dominance is just creating a demand to dominate. So is that coming in? I don't see that sitting there.
I'll tell you. It is an attraction of contrast. People are there, those who are attracted by contrast. Something which they don't have, sometimes they get attracted towards it. Maybe I'm not a power seeker, but I see others enjoying power. I may be attracted towards that power, but I may not be able to hold that power. You will see a lot of peace seekers, sometimes they ask for it, give me power, give me power. But when you give them control situation, they have to fulfill a lot of responsibilities, tasks, their peace go away.
Can I say foul dominance is temporary then?
Temporary, absolutely temporary.
Okay, fine.
This temporary, as they grow up, they identify who they are and they will be out of this. But in young age, you will see this problem. You will see in grown-up age also, sometimes people are there, those who are not realistic about their own being. They don't know much about themselves. They have a lot of foul ideas about their being. Right? So they keep living till the time they get that clarity about life. But it's not true to their being. They're not like that. जैसे example के तौर पे, when you are a teacher and you're given responsibility to few kids to manage the class, right? Those who are asking for, give me control, give me control, give me control, and you've given control, but they haven't behaved responsibly, then actually they are not dominant, because dominant will definitely serve that role with responsibility, right? So they may be somebody else, but not dominant. That's what we refer as foul dominance. Yes, Manvi?
Sir, you said that it is not a good idea to raise a child as a dominant personality.
No, I said while raising a dominant child, it's not a good idea to hurt them, applying fear, force, pain, and pressure on them, applying carrot and stick method on them.
Okay. But we also said that when someone asked you that how do we tell a dominant personality that you are dominant? You said rather than terming it negatively or rather than packaging it negatively, we should tell them that yes, you are assertive, you are decisive, you are goal oriented. But sir, like this, when we are using positive terms to appreciate a dominant personality, are we not also encouraging them to become more and more dominant, which may not always be a positive trait?
I'll tell you, Manvi, the question was asked from a different perspective. She asked, she's a coach. She's already coaching people. She asked from a perspective that when I will be proposing it to a dominant, how to propose, they don't accept that I'm dominant. Then I told, if when you are a coach and you're talking about somebody's personality, I sit with Manvi and I want to tell Manvi about their personality. Right? If she is dominant, if I directly say you're dominant, she may not agree. That's what she asked. And I said, it's all change of terminology.
Okay.
Right?
But so is it not, I'm sorry if I'm taking too much time, but what I'm asking is, I mean, if a dominant personality is also displaying more of negative traits than positive traits, right? More of foul dominance, should we not try to gently, politely correct them in this personality
That's
trait?
what I'm talking about, gently and politely. But what is the definition of gently and politely? If you're dealing with an adult, for example, they will not be accepting your direct ideas. If I want to tell them that you are hurting others while controlling, they may not agree on this directly. But I do have a questions. When I do coaching, I have questions, right? That, like, if I ask situational questions, how do you deal with this type of situation? Has there been any situation where people reported this to you, like out of your leadership style, dealing style? Then we'll make them realize, but we'll not be direct in it. There will be an approach to do it. The term she asked was that if I say that you are dominant, they will not agree. I told you that word can be differently proposed, gently, politely in your definition. Change it.
Right. Thank you.
If you apply adult learning principles while dealing with adults, maybe you will be much convincing. They will accept your ideas. Directly, though, they will not accept. There's always a better way to say something. But it's not that we are giving them foul idea about the being.
Right. Right.
It's not we are hiding things. There is always a better way to share something. It's not hiding. It's not encouraging misbehavior. Understood?
Right, sir. Thank you.
I'll just go ahead. I'll not take any point right now so that we can complete this topic, right? If it is not anything urgent, I'll anyways be answering all the queries during this discussion. So when you're going to deal with a dominant, whether it is your child, whether it is your employee, whether it is your boss, your spouse, respect them. Talk about results and be to the point. The more you are direct with them, the more they're comfortable with you. The more they accept those ideas. So be to the point, talk about results, give them freedom to decide, give them independence. A dominant will be working hard for independence. So if you are raising a child and you're raising a dominant, do you think helicopter parenting will be the good idea to raise a dominant child? Overprotective parenting?
No, sir.
The worst approach. Rather, these kids will be showing higher independence from young age, and you have to give them freedom according to their age, according to their milestones, to do things at their own. Be to the point with them. You will see dominants will not beat around the bush in their discussions. They're very direct and clear on their approach. You also be direct and clear with them. No need to make stories. If you want to motivate them to do more in life, give them unique achievements. They work hard for those goals which are unique in nature, unique achievements. They work hard for those goals which leads to control of audience. Like if you give them a goal which is wrapped up with an opportunity of monitoring the class, leading the group, they will be working hard for it. Right? Some positions which leads to control. New opportunities drive the dominance. Dominance will always look for new opportunities. Rather, for them, saying no to a new opportunities are the tough task. It's very tough for them. They work hard for independence. You will see that from any dominant you know in your circle, maybe your spouse, maybe you, if you accept you are, any power seeker you see, they must have become independent in life early in terms of shelter, in terms of earning. They are not dependent on anyone and they can't be dependent on anyone. As they grow old also, they don't want to be dependent. This is the toughest task, or maybe in a life, the toughest decision to be dependent for a dominant. They want to be independent, physically, financially. And each personality has its blind spots. Dominant's blind spot is that they are not proactive in research, weighing pros and cons. They make decisions on their gut feel. Their decision can be less researched. So as a parent, you shall be inculcating it as a habit in their life, that they shall research facts, weigh pros and cons, put things on paper, and then decide. You will not be able to take decision-making opportunities from them. But definitely you can ask them to do research before deciding. As they grow old at workplace, this problem can be bigger, that they will be going with their gut feel. Their decisions will be quick, but decisions may be less prudent. It's not that they don't accept others' ideas. If people will give them ideas, if they will come across information and data research, they may buy those ideas, but they don't look for. It's not their style, inner urge. If they have an idea, they don't feel like asking anyone whether it is right or wrong, whether I shall collect more information or not. Right? They don't feel like asking. That's their natural style. Deciding on dates, deciding on places, travel places. They feel that the information they have is enough. But I won't be saying that they are declining the information. If they will come across information, they will definitely incorporate that information in decision making. और वो चाहता ही नहीं कि मैं किसी से पूछूं. Advice लेना उसकी आदत नहीं है. Right? And we already discussed that one of the blind spots they have is they are not so good at recognizing others' emotions, others' feelings. Empathy is something on lower side. So if you really want to improve their empathy, maybe when they grow up, it is very tough for you as a boss or you as a spouse. But yes, you can do a lot when your kids are young and you know your child is dominant. When you know your child is dominant, at that time, you can help them improve their empathy by involving them into service activities, by reflecting empathy in front of them, by asking questions. Ask questions related to others' emotions, others' feelings. The more you will make them think about others' emotions, others' feelings, the more they grow on empathy. Right? It is little easy to handle them with respect and love, but it needs unlimited patience. Absolutely right. Yes, Vrinda?
So I just want to know that then if we consider these power seeker or dominant people, how they will be as mentors or coaches as a profession. So
see,
just
for example, if you see from the profile of a role from a mentor or a coach, then mild dominance will be a helping solution. Because when you are a coach, your empathy level has to be very high. That is a foundational requirement for coaching, counseling, mentoring, therapies. So then dominant can get into that role. They have to work on their empathy a lot. Right? And When it comes to coaching, most of you, those who are coaches, you know, coach-coachee relationship is this. It's not this.
Very true.
It is this, equal, right? So if a dominant will become a coach, they may turn out to impose their ideas on their coachee, and it is against adult learning principles. So there will be problems in their coaching journey, right? Acceptability by coachee will be lesser if dominant. So dominant has to work on their patterns of coaching, and they have to work on their empathy.
Absolutely.
Conscious
Yes.
mindfulness while doing empathy.
Yeah. Thank you.
And now you tell me what type of roles a dominant will be fit for. Quickly, just write in the chat box or unmute and answer. What type of roles a dominant is fit for?
Complaints norms.
Huh?
Complaints, implementing complaints and process.
Boss, CEOs, leaders.
CEOs, managers, leaders.
Process-oriented people.
Process-oriented people with job in which there is opportunity of leading,
Bureaucrats.
controlling.
आर्मी में हायर पोस्ट पे लाइक
Army positions, wonderful, good. Principals.
As bureaucrats also.
As bureaucrats, wonderful.
Chairman and managing director.
Managing director, chairmen, managers, right? Team leaders, entrepreneurs, wonderful, good, really appreciate. And where they will be misfit? Tell me.
Working under someone.
Work. Definitely a dominant can work under someone provided they are given opportunities to decide. Freedom also is given. But those roles in which there is no possibility to lead, monotonous jobs where they have to execute, they will not work with people. Any role in which there is a possibility to deal with people and manage people, they will always be good. But there are certain roles which are operational in nature where they have to only execute. There's the roles of accountancy, clerical roles, administrative roles, research-oriented roles, where they will not have possibility to control and lead, only execute. They get monotonous in that role, they get dissatisfied. Chalo, good. So that's about dominance. Now come the praise seeker. The praise seeker, according to DISC, they are influential personalities. If somebody seek admiration, praise in life, social work, wonderful, good.
Sir, everybody seeks praises, right?
Now, this is a very interesting point, Rama, but you will get this answer.
Yes.
Right? There is everyone loves praise, right? Even a dominant will love praise, but not everyone works for praise, right? Not everyone works for admiration. If I just go back to dominant will love praise, but there will be many moments where they will be hurting people while taking control. Yes or no? We just discussed. So will they be attracting love, attention, or hate when they will be hurting others?
Hurt.
They will be hate. They will be attracting when they will be hurting others. And praise seeker will never do anything which will attract hate. Rather they expect attention, recognition, admiration, love from others, respect, honor from others, but not hate. तो वो चाहकर भी किसी को नुकसान नहीं पहुंचा पाएगा. How do they take attention? How do they get attention from others? How do they get admiration? They use certain tools to get attention. Language is one tool. They love to talk. They love to share their ideas, opinion, maybe singing, jokes, poetry. They reflect their knowledge to the world around. Or maybe they will have some art, fine art, or maybe performing art, singing or music, playing, dancing, which will help them get attention from the world around. And if anyone is raising an influential personality, I tell those parents as early as possible in child's life, give them one skill so that they get their share of attention from the world around. If they don't have any skill, any art, or they are not so smart at linguistic, then they will choose negative ways to get attention. Their negative ways can be dramatic in nature. They may be showing their possession to the world around. Till the time they have skills. Usually these people, they love to talk. They're being center of attention, happy, optimistic. They can be accused of talking too much without a reason, because until they get their share of attention, they don't stop. Otherwise, they are fast-paced people, outgoing and social. Compared to all personality profiles, you will see praise seekers will be pro on connecting with people, because they have to take praise from people, not from machines. So they will be usually good at connecting with people, social, highly stimulating. They may have dramatic opinion and showy nature. They are risk taker. They are enthusiastic. High on assertivity, we already discussed. Yes, Shobha.
Sir, I saw many kids of this personality usually lies for anything. Means sometimes they lie without any meaning, just to showcase themselves as
Possible.
the best.
See, I'll tell you, when you say they lie, that is what I told. If they don't have anything positive, constructive to get attention from other, they will definitely be choosing negative ways to get attention. So if you don't give attention to their small talks, these young kids will cook big talks. Lie जिसे आप बोल रहे हो. You call it lie, but for them it is one way to get attention. You know क्या हुआ? जिसे आप क्या बोलते हो? गप. Right? Why they're doing it? They're doing it to get attention from people around.
And they get irritated if we appreciate someone else in front of them.
Influence, if their influence is getting shared with others, they will get irritated. And I want to tell you, mostly teachers, trainers, coaches are of this personality profile. Mostly. Because their intention is to help the world around. And in return, what they want is admiration, respect, love. And the moment their share of influence is not given to them, they become highly uncomfortable. They complain also. And there are many around me. If they don't get their share of attention, they become highly uncomfortable. And all those who are teachers, you may resonate with it. Teachers, I told you, most of the teachers are of that nature. If you suppose is a social studies teacher and entire school admires you, kids admires you, your colleagues admire you, they know you are best in your work, and everybody is giving your examples that the way you teach is amazing. You are getting your share of influence. You are happy. Even if you're getting lesser salary, you will be happily living your life. Full satisfaction. One day, there's another teacher joined in your department only. And now you heard they are saying that this teacher's way of teaching is really good. No comparison. But you just heard the appreciation of the teacher. I'm not saying that you will get into conflict with that teacher, but there is something inside you will bother you. Have you felt that?
Definitely, sir. Yes, sir.
If yes,
True.
no. हम इसे negatively word देंगे तो it could be envy and jealousy, but somehow when your influence is shared by someone, right? Either you raise your influence or you part ways. ये लोग क्या करते हैं? या तो अपना influence बढ़ाएंगे. They'll work hard and they will raise their influence. Or what they will do? They will part ways. They will create a new place to influence people. Are you getting me? So it's not that, but that they are negatively thinking about them, but definitely what they want in life, it is shared. It will be making them uncomfortable. Right? Give your kids something to influence the world around, knowledge, skills, and art as soon as possible when you're raising a praise seeker. Getting things done from them is very easy. Award them, appreciate them, encourage them, and they will be giving their best performance. But they will not be fit when you are giving them criticism. They will never love in company of those people, those who criticize, those who ignore. Right? They will never. Otherwise, these people, you may find these people very much there in the field of social work. Right? Sometimes just to showcase to the world around that I'm doing it. अपनी जेब से पैसा लगा के भी they are getting those garlands and all just to showcase it to the world around. You'll find these people in network marketing companies. They get attracted to that flair they create in their meetings, nagade, dhol nagade and all. They easily get hooked to that type of platform. You'll find these people in the field of PR and sales also, because they have a power of influencing others, right? But if we talk about in the field of art, in the field of performing art, in the field of linguistics, you will find many influential authors, orators, right? Singers, dancers, teachers, trainers, motivational speakers. आप कई बार हम नेगेटिवली भी एग्जांपल देते हैं कि देयर इज अ टीचर, वो खुद नहीं कमा पाए और लोगों को सिखा रहे हैं, बट देयर सेटिस्फैक्शन लाइज इन क्रिएशन, देयर सेटिस्फैक्शन लाइज इन money is not a driving factor for them. What is the driving factor for them?
Praise, appreciation,
attention,
praise,
recognition,
influence.
उनको अगर किसी ने आके बोल दिया कि it is because of you only that I achieved this, जो उसने अचीव किया हो सकता है वो उनसे ज्यादा हो, but it is enough for them to live life. This is their food for life, right? So if they ever get to know, that there is somebody who is backbiting about me or feeling bad about me, they will be getting highly uncomfortable if they get to know. If somebody is feeling bad about me or speaking bad about me, they become highly uncomfortable. Who they are? Praise seekers, right? They may be misunderstood as people pleasers, not mandatorily. They will only become people pleasers when they don't have constructive things to influence. If they don't have much constructive things to influence the world around, then they become people pleasers. Got it?
Yes, sir.
All set? Chalo, good. And if you are living with a praise seeker, then you just be friendly with them, admire them, don't ignore them. They will always have good relationship with you. If you give them time to express, if you are living with a praise seeker, give them time to express. Just listen to them. They will always enjoy your company. If you just not much critical to them to hurt them, they will always enjoy your company, right? And these kids, you can give them some goals where celebrations are there or victory with flair. They work hard for those goals. When their progress and success is celebrated, friendship and happiness become their goal. Status symbol, popularity become their goal. And these people easily get into the vicious circle of these likes, Instagram, LinkedIn. It matters to them. Okay, on one post, if there are lesser likes and comments, it matters to them. They will be bothered, right? So you will see, we use this term for them, influencers. Influencers, why? Because their objective may not be earning out of it. And objective is to influence the world around and to keep influencing, right? Same way, those who are praise seekers, they will always use different means to get their praise attention. Somebody asked a question and I want to give a clarity on it. Everyone likes praise, but not everyone works for praise, right? Ab I give you one example, which I earlier also gave. If there is a class where there is a monitor who is a dominant, while controlling the class, do you think they will be bothered about what others think about him? If they have been given a task that if any child is making noise in the class, write down their name on the board. Believe me, dominant will do so without having fear that what others think about me or what type of relation they will have with me. They will write their name. But if you make an influential personality, a praise seeker, a monitor of the class, now what will happen? The teacher has told that anyone who is creating a noise, write their name on the board. What this influential will do? They will catch that person who is creating the noise. Their job is to write their name on the board. But what they will do? They will go and say, Seema, see, you are my friend now. Seema, if you will be doing noise, so everybody will be doing now. This time I'm just leaving you. I'm not writing your name. Please don't do it again. And next time he will catch Nidhi and they will do the same with Nidhi. Then they will catch Shobha. They will be just doing the same exercise with Shobha. Eventually there will be no name on the board. Why? Because while doing their task, they don't want to spoil their relationship. Because if I do so, then what will happen? Then Dimple will say that Manish is hurting and this, and I don't want to have this from the word around. I don't want to take it. What they think about. If they are feeling bad about me, then I am highly uncomfortable. This is the state of praise seeker. Can one be a mix of praise and power seekers? Absolutely right. Yes, they can be. This is a very common combination. They can have both the traits of praise seeker as well as power seeker, but they are having some dominant traits which belongs to one personality profile. I'll give you one example. I seek a quick response on it, keeping time in mind. Suppose if I give you one opportunity that you are going to lead a team of 20 people, where you will get absolute control on those 20 people, good salary, good perk, full control on those 20 people. You're going to lead that team. How many of you want to take this opportunity of leading team of 20 people? How many of you? There you get full control, good salary, good perks. Given a chance to control, many will be there, those who will love to have control situation. Many of us. While giving control, they told you that out of 20 people, there are 5-6 people, those who are very bothering. They speak bad about the one who is coming in control situation. They are bothering them a lot. You think power seeker will be bothered by this? The next question a power seeker will be asking, do I have a right to fire them? Tweak them? If yes, then they don't have any problem. But if praise seeker is told that there are people, those who will be bothering you, those who will be speaking bad about you, now praise seeker will be having a dual thought. Shall I take this opportunity or shall I not take this opportunity? और मान लो कि उसने opportunity ले ली. Praise seeker took the call. Okay, I'm going to lead them. Right? Both power seeker and praise seeker took the call to lead that team. You know what power seeker will do? The moment they will take control over the team, first they will give, that power seeker will give critical tasks to those 4 or 5 people. They will be putting them on testing time. Either they will survive or they will quit. And what praise seeker will do, the moment they will join that leadership position, they will start giving freebies to those 4 or 5 people so that they feel good about me, giving them more liberties, pleasing them, or bringing them close, being liberal with them. Why? So that they shall feel good about me. They shall not feel my backbiting. I'm not saying they are people pleasers, but their leadership style will be like that.
No.
Everyone likes praise, everyone likes power, but not everyone works for it. Right? Praise seeker work for that. They live for that. That's their food for life. Got it? Power seeker may end up hurting others while taking control. Will they be bothered? Will they be like getting into guilt? May not be. But a praise seeker will go get into guilt. They will get into dissatisfaction, unhappiness in life. अब इस आदमी को अगर आपने क्वालिटी कंट्रोल में डाल दिया, प्रेस सीकर को क्वालिटी कंट्रोल, और बैंक ऑडिटर जिसका काम है लोगों की नौकरियां खानी, compliance officers, they will be not doing their job well. This type of job they will not be doing, because by doing their job they will be hurting others. Others will be losing their jobs. Right? They will be losing on resources. So this person will never be happy doing this job. They will be best fit for training, coaching, mentoring, sales, marketing, PR, licensing, best profiles. Right? Even in management. But when it comes to profiles like quality controller, bank auditors, chartered accountants, may not be a best fit. Especially those jobs where there is no possibility of influence, where they have to work alone. Like, maybe you connect with this. You may have experienced. I have seen in my work, since I'm into coaching for long, I have a good team of coaches, right? I've seen in last 5-10 years, there are a lot of people, those who are from IT background, moving into coaching and training. IT say. Maybe A praise seeker opted to become a programmer. They became programmers. But now they are, after spending 4, 5, 10 years, they are in a monotonous state. No appreciation. Nobody to influence. And they are taking big risk of their life. They are leaving their jobs and getting into coaching and training. Have you seen people taking this big risk? They are earning a lot in that industry. In coaching, it will take years to get onto that level. But that's the truth. They are not happy. I've seen, like I was talking to someone a few days ago. In her role, she is on verge of quitting everything. Absolute panicky state. Why? Because for long, she is in the state of monotony. There is no possibility to influence what she loves to do. So what she will be doing? Taking big risk in life. They move out. Right? So there are certain professions where there is a lot of monotony. There's no possibility of influence, and these people will not be fit for those roles. Right? What type of blind spots a praise seeker will have? They will be very good at presentation, but maybe their execution may not match their presentation. They're very good at presentation. They will be giving, they may overpromise also sometimes, but they may not be able to match up the pace of execution. So what we as parents can do, and what we as leaders can do with them, managers would do with them can do, we can put our review system with them. If you do frequent reviews with them, just to check what they presented, what they committed is getting delivered or not, they will be on their pace to execute things. It's not their intention is manipulative. It's just that they get satisfied once they get appreciated. Right? So there has to be regular flow of reviews. They may be very good at speech, but not that good at listening while influencing others. Listening may not be that great. This is also one area to be improved. They are highly relationship focused and tasks get compromised. I've given you an example on it. Okay, they compromise on task, not on relation. So if you make them monitor, if you make them compliance officer, they will be giving more importance to relation, not to the task. These are the blind spots. If these blind spots get improved, the personality will shine. Got it? And I'll give you something at the end of the program, which will help you to have discussion on blind spots in detail, the careers in detail. If I ask you which type of career they will not be fit for, can you tell me certain careers, name certain careers where they will not be fit?
So the army.
Okay, army may possibly they can be, provided they get those leadership positions.
Judgment positions.
Audit jobs.
Any managerial positions.
Audit jobs, absolutely right.
Any managerial positions. Judgment positions.
Any role in
HR
which
manager.
when
Leadership positions.
invigilation
Judgment.
position, or those leadership position where there is crisis. In crisis leadership, they may not be fit.
Where they
Right.
have to take a strict decisions at a moment.
When they have to go with process leadership, it will be tough. Where they have to, like there is people-based leadership, there is productivity-based leadership, there is process-based leadership. A process-based leadership, they will not be fit for. But
Moreover, where
people-oriented,
delay in action is not required.
where?
Where delay in action is not required.
In what way?
I mean, you just have some time goal and you have to meet that time goal. And you just need people who will just, understand the task and do it well. And you don't care anything, but you just care for the task to be completed in that particular time frame.
If
So
they're
time frame.
wonderful,
Yeah.
true, they may be. Time and task management can be a big problem with them, true that. But if their task is not hurting others, then they will be doing the task. Or if they are getting good appreciation by doing their task, they will be more pro towards task. If you really want to make them task oriented, then give them enough appreciation on completion of task. Right? On completion of task, give them enough appreciation and you will see they will be now proactive towards task, less towards relation.
Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful, good. So the third personality profile is peace seeker. as the name itself speaks about it, peace seeker is the one who seek peace in life, the mental peace, the comfort. So they are people-oriented, loyal people, friendly, hardworking people, and they are great team players. They don't want to lead the team. They don't want to influence the team. They want to be a great team player. They want to be accepted by a team. If somebody give lot of importance to their peace of mind and comfort of life, do you think they will be taking risk in life? Tell me.
No, they will never
No,
take
sir.
risk.
No,
They may
sir.
avoid taking risk. If you see there is somebody who is valuing their comfort and peace a lot, will they be loving change in life?
No.
No.
High chances are they will avoid change. Do you think they will love confrontation and assertivity?
They will not love confrontation, but they would like to assert.
Assertivity, if leading to confrontation, they will not be assertive. If they know this can lead to conflict, they agree to disagree. Right? They accommodate. And that is why they show less assertivity if it leads to confrontation. They tend to avoid change. They don't take much big risk. And even in planning and execution, they work at moderate pace, not at fast pace. Highly supportive people, good listener, good at sharing, relationship-oriented risk avoiders. Right? Which the people to whom you say that they go in comfort zone. And once they go in comfort zone, if you really want to get things done from them, then you have to get them out of that comfort zone. Right? They do work hard, but they do work hard for their needs of comfort and peace. They will be doing hard work only to maintain their peace or to maintain their comfort.
Sir, then this is a negative quality.
And interestingly, 60% people around us are of this nature. They have strong traits. Right? Now you see it as a negative trait, but if they go with their goals in life, if their goals are creating uncomfort in their life, they will be working hard to achieve their goal. Because until they achieve their goal, they will not be in peace. Most of the people are there. If they have small goals, once they achieve it, they get complacent. They get satisfied. Now, nothing attracts them to work hard. Neither control, no praise, no other thing is motivating them to work hard. They just maintain the status quo. Once they achieve a level in life, now they want to maintain it. That's it. When there is financial security, there's nothing more attracts them. And
Sir, I think they don't want to be in a limelight and बस अपना काम कर लो quietly.
Maybe limelight से अगर उसका comfort जा रहा है, तो need not to go to limelight or control. If their comfort is they maintain the status quo. ऐसा नहीं कि वो hard work नहीं करेगा. ऐसे मैं अगर समझाऊं तो it is more like if life is a mountain, they will work hard in life. और जहां उसे एक ऐसी जगह मिली where there is peace, where there is comfort, financial security, they are going to maintain this place. They are going to camp on this place on life. They stop climbing. आगे बढ़ना. और अगर यहाँ पर earthquake आ गया किसी दिन and this place is unsafe, again they will climb back, find another place to. These people are motivated by their pain areas. When their peace is on stake, their needs drive them. When they have EMIs to pay, they will work hard to get that level. Jitna chahiye utna. Nothing extra attracts them. Neither no power, no praise. Their needs drive them. Their fear drives them. So means these people work under pressure of peace. So if they are in their peace and you want to motivate them as a parent or as a coach, as a manager, then you have to tweak their peace. You have to take their peace away from them and then they work hard to get their peace back. Right? But I'm not suggesting parents and managers to apply direct pressure on them or physical pressure on them. Create a process pressure on them. How you can create a process pressure? There is a tool we use and this tool is called ARM. ARM. ARM tool. A stands for asking. Ask more, get more. If you are raising a peace seeker or working with a peace seeker, ask more. If they're sitting at 80%, ask 85. Asking, teachers are asking, parents are asking, it will create an internal pressure on them. This pressure will give them reasons to go to next level. Ask more. R stands for review. Review more. The moment you stop doing reviews with them, they procrastinate, they postpone. Right? And third tool is M, which is monitoring. Monitor more. Means if you are checking their notebook once a week, start checking it twice a week. Right? If the reviews is happening once a week and you want to make their pace more, they have to work more, then you start doing reviews more. The more reviews lead to more
Sir,
action.
excuse me, what's the difference between reviewing a work and monitoring a work of the person?
Monitoring is supervising, simply that keeping an eye on it. And reviewing is when you sit and review it based on the plans and execution. Okay, you planned this, you executed this. Okay, you planned 4 chapters to be done and you completed 2. This is a review. Review is transactional, monitoring is continuous.
Okay, thank you.
Right? Jaise abhi, right now, if I give you a task, I'll monitor whether you are doing your task or not. And after completion of task, if I take a test from you, it becomes a review. Got it? Frequent reviews. बच्चे को ये देखना कि वो होमवर्क कर रहा है, इट्स अ मॉनिटरिंग. बट उसकी नोटबुक चेक करनी कि दिखाओ कितना हुआ कितना नहीं हुआ. Twice a week, thrice a week, that is review. Got it? At workplace also, PRPs, performance reviews and plannings work. It increases the pace of work. And if you are not doing any review with these peace seekers, they will keep postponing. ये लोग अगर 2 महीने का काम है तो वो लास्ट 2 हफ्ते में करेंगे. If they got two months to do the job, when things will become pressurizing to them, then only they work.
क्लासेस में ऐसे बच्चे बहुत होते हैं.
बहुत है. 60% पॉपुलेशन के पास ये ट्रेड्स हैं हमारे.
After COVID, 80%.
After COVID, 80%.
One more thing I need to ask from Kanika. Actually, sir, this is actually true for peace seeker. We have to put pressure, but this is possible with kids. We cannot, practice this with a mature person. For example, we can take a example of a aged person or mature person. For example, for a wife, it could be a husband, right? If her husband is of peace nature, then how that lady would be able to make that person to fulfill his responsibilities within time or maybe on the need. I mean, for that purpose, in that scenario, I guess every woman have to fight or have to put that their husband into that uncomfortable moment. Is there any idea to handle such kind of husband? Like how
I'll tell you.
You can handle this situation?
I'll tell you. See, I won't say that adults के ऊपर apply नहीं होता. Corporate में तो it is getting applied. Corporate में there is rather corporates know only one thing: pressure, and 60% people work for that pressure. But when you are talking about spouse, right? Spouse के case में you will not be able to do those formal reviews and all. So what I see, if you love your spouse and you have a strong emotional bond, keep telling your higher level needs to them. Higher level aspirations. If they don't have aspiration, maybe a spouse aspiration will create a pressure on that fellow to work more, work hard, right? Means if they don't feel like I need to have a big bungalow, but spouse one day in a loving moment said, I don't want to have a big bungalow. This person will take pressure on it. Maybe not for self, but for their care, love, asking. But that asking shall be not in a hurting way. It shall be in a loving way, in a respectful way, right? Asking. You may not be able to do reviews with them, but you can definitely do monitoring, being with them, right? Not doing putting tough pressure, but we can take a process pressure on them. Okay, if we sit with plan with the peace seeker, we can have end dates. closure dates. Let's talk on it कि हम ये काम कब तक खत्म करेंगे. And
It's
then
not working. Sorry, it's not working.
then if it is not working, then you have to cope up with them, because it's all about your bond with them. Are you having a positional power or personal power with them? Right? बच्चे के ऊपर you still have a positional power with, on your employees you have a positional power, but spouse के साथ you have to create your personal power, and you create your personal powers with your good relationship, emotions, love. That bonding will work for you. Totally depends on it.
It will not easily work on dominant peoples.
No, she's talking about peace seeker, not about dominant, but she's asking about a peace seeker.
Combination is of peace seeker and dominant. Then it is the worst combination, I guess.
Peace seeker and see, I'll tell you,
one is dominant.
it is a great combination, right? If both one accepts it, if dominant and peace is there, like power and peace, power is leading and peace is okay to be with them, then there is no problem ever, right? पर यहाँ problem तब आती है, it's a cultural issue. If male is dominant, female is peace seeker in a family relationship, it works as a beautiful combination. But what happens sometimes if male is a peace seeker and female is a dominant? We have a culture where there are cultural norms are there. How can a woman be a leading, right? That male ego comes in picture. Or even if that fellow doesn't have an ego, the relatives and all the environment, that create a problem. Then this combination can be a problem. Otherwise, if a male is dominant, a female is peace seeker, it could be a beautiful combination. One is leading, other is following, supportive.
That's acceptable, no? But the fact is that women is the dominant and men is a peace seeker. He is not taking responsibilities on time.
I'll tell you. Even in that case, both can live happily, right? Both can grow, provided they both know who they are and how to live with them, and both need to have an intention to live with each other. Got it? When knowledge.
But
Rather, मैं कहता हूँ,
male is not even ready to listen, to discuss even.
The problem is dominant is trying to make them listen. You are not taking help of third party or maybe a third party intervention. Coaching can help in this case.
Family is supporting that peace seeker. So
now, just to cut short the discussion, I'll want to tell you, if dominant thinks that he is not listening to me, he or she is not listening to me, maybe dominant has a hurting ways, which dominant may not be knowing about their blind spot. They may end up hurting other, and that is why they're not receptive about your ideas. You maybe have to change your style of sharing things. You have to bring more empathy, more mildness. The more you bring it, acceptability will be more, right? Because dominant को खुद नहीं पता होता कि I may be hurting in my approach, which we already discussed, right? I think knowing self and knowing others will be a key to keep great relationship. It's not only knowing others, it's about knowing self also. Then only I'll be able to work on my strengths and I will be able to improve my blind spots.
Very true, sir.
All right. Chalo, moving on. I was talking about a peace seeker, and peace seeker, we can get work done if we have kids, if we use asking approach, reviewing and monitoring. But it shall not be taken as that they don't do hard work. They do. इनके साथ जिंदगी गुजारना easy तब हो जाता है when you just build a personal rapport with them. I told you, bonding will work. If you become aggressive with them, they start staying away from you. Avoid confrontation and aggressive approach with them. They may not bounce back, but they stop liking those people, those who are always aggressive and confronting with them. Right? Be personal and build rapport with them. You will always have good relationship with them, whether it is your spouse, team member, or child. They work for team accomplishments. They work for group acceptance. Even we can give them goals like power, but they will be using power with formal roles and position of authority. Right? मतलब अगर इसको आपने monitor बना दिया ना class का, peace seeker has been made a monitor of the class. If peace seeker has been made the manager of the team, boss ने बोला कि you shall take command over the team, take report from the team. Teacher told that you shall manage this class, monitor this class. वो पता क्या कहेगा? Ma'am, 1 minute. Before going out, tell everyone that I am the monitor of the class and they all have to listen to me. Tell everyone. Give me control with full power, full authority.
Yes, sir, it
कि मैं
happens.
कल को मैं control use करूं तो मेरे साथ कोई पंगा ना पड़े. While I shall use control, nobody shall get in conflict with me. Give me control with full authority. बॉस को बोले, बॉस बोलेंगे इन सबसे रिपोर्ट लो, कहता सर एक काम करो, इनको मेल डाल दो, send them a mail that I'm going to take reporting from you, right? Give me full control with full authority. I don't want to get into conflict with others. That's how power attracts them, but they need power in positional way, not in personal way. I given you an example of power seeker. उसके पास position नहीं थी. They proactively started taking control. They use their personal powers to control, and peace seeker will enjoy power only when it is given with position, with full authority. Means अगर इनको leader बनाया तो they will be enjoying that leadership position till the time everything is good. The moment their peace is taken away, their comfort is taken away in that role, they raise hands, they quit. So will they be great in crisis leadership? They will be sailing in favorable environment.
No.
Right?
No.
Sure. Wonderful. Good. Moving on. Their blind spot says you have to increase their pace of action. And for increasing pace of action, we have a tool called asking, reviewing, monitoring, frequent. They shall express their thoughts and opinions. They sometimes snub because they avoid conflicts. They don't like change. If any one of you is raising a peace seeker at home, I tell those parents, frequently bring change in that child's life. Because if you make them comfortable with the change, then only in future they will be able to cope up with the changes, because these people get adamant. Positivity ये है कि they are persistent, stable in their roles. एक बार नौकरी ज्वाइन कर ली, जल्दी कहीं they will not be leaving. Nothing much attracts them. No extra salary or no extra power. Settlement, comfort. If they are comfortable in a job, they will be settled. They love that environment. But drawback ये है कि many a time they miss opportunities which comes with in the package of change. If any opportunity is there which comes with the change, they avoid that change. They are last mover to that change. They miss big opportunities in life. Got it? So this is something which we need to work on. These are the blind spots which we can work on. Dominance, अभी किसी ने पूछा था क्वेश्चन कि क्या पीस सीकर होना कमजोरी है? Right? Totally depends on which environment you are. What is the environment given to you as by your parents and environment. मैं आपको एक केस दे रहा हूं. Look at this case, and this case will give you clarity that all three personalities we discussed can work hard, but they have different reasons to work hard. Right? I'll share this. I'll share case with you. There's a 3 students, A, B, and C. And they all are preparing for UPSC examination. They all want to become an IAS officer, administrative officer, right? A, B, and C. And they all are equally working hard. All 3 are equally working hard, putting all the efforts to become an IAS officer. When we interviewed A and asked why you want to become an IAS officer, so he said there is a lot of mismanagement happening in the society in administrative services. I want to be in a position where I can change things, where I can control things. Asked to B, why you want to become an IAS officer? He said, I'm working hard to become an IAS officer because once I achieve this place, I will be having that repute in society. I will have big office, big bungalow, people to escort me, right? Big car. And C, asked to C, why you're working hard? He said, I want to become an IAS officer because I see in my family people are struggling. Even I am struggling. I want to be in that position in life where I can enjoy basic luxuries of life. That is why I want to achieve this place. Now my question to you is, who you think is A?
Dominant.
Power seeker. The one who wants place of change and control. Who is B?
Influential.
Praise seeker.
Praise seeker. Possessions drive them. Possessions. Popularity. Right? Status. Or who is C?
Peace seeker.
Their needs are driving them. All are working hard. All are working hard, but the reason of working hard is different. And if they become IS officer, assume they all three became IS officers. After becoming IS officer, ये जो power seeker है, first 15 दिन में what he will be doing? He will be doing some transfers, exercising control to show that I'm there. Right? They will exercise control. B क्या करेगा? B पहले 15 दिन enjoy करेगा position को. Enjoying that bungalow or possessions they have got, some clicking some pictures, putting on social media, getting some flower bouquet from the world around because they achieved something. They will enjoy that moment. Or what C will do? C उतना ही काम करेगा जितना बताया गया. They worked hard and attained this place. They want to maintain the status quo. उतना ही काम होगा, उतना ही hard work होगा जितना is told and जितना is asked in the position. But power seeker will always do more than required to control, to take charge, to reflect power and control.
But who is more successful, sir, in the three personalities?
Can't say. In that role, it totally depends on which situation you are. हो सकता है because bureaucracy demands a lot of control. So dominant may do well in that case. But in same bureaucracy today, we see a lot of influentials are growing. They are getting into the eyes of political leaders, and they are growing because they are influential. They speak pro about a political party, not about a political party. They showcase their work. काम कम करेंगे, ज्यादा दिखाएंगे. वो भी सक्सेसफुल हो रहे हैं. एंड एक पीस सीकर भी है जिसे ज्यादा काम करके पंगे नहीं करने, जितना जरूरी उतना करो एंड लिव देयर लाइफ हैप्पीली. एंड द डेफिनेशन ऑफ सक्सेस विल बी डिफरेंट. फॉर अ पीस सीकर, सक्सेस इज जस्ट living in peace, comfort. That's what their success is, right? If success in our definition is in growing into position, तो dominant grow करेगा. और success अगर influence में है, तो praise seeker will be doing better. But सबकी definition of success
But
will
for
be different.
society or goodness, I think dominant person would be the right fit.
To bring change, of course, a dominant will be the right person because they will be taking tough calls.
Right.
Be taking tough calls.
Right.
Chalo. Last personality, fourth personality is process seekers. According to DISC, they are compliance. Most admired kids when they're young. Most admired people in organizations, in corporate, at workplaces, people don't have any conflict with them. They're most admired. Why? Because they are logical, mathematically minded, methodical people. They look for instruction and they go with instruction. They go according to the instructions given to them, absolutely according to the method. Sometimes they are seen as perfectionists. So जब वो छोटे हैं, तब there is no problem with them.
They're called obedient. छोटे बच्चे ऐसे.
Absolutely obedient people, right? Disciplined. And they love to be in that environment where there's discipline, and their development is high when they are in disciplined environment. Chaotic situation mein they will be developed. Their development will be better in structured environment where things are told. Rather, anyone who is above them, teachers and parents, they look up to them for instructions. They love to have instructions, right? They will never be bothered by instructions. Just a minute. Yes, sorry. So we were discussing about these people usually are prudent people working on logics, methods, facts, very much fact-oriented people, right? Work on conservative pace, focus towards time, highly disciplined. If इन्हें बोल दिया कि मुंह पे उंगली रख के जाना कॉरिडोर में, तो ये स्कूल में वैसे ही चलेंगे. और इनको मॉनिटर बना के टीचर ने बोल दिया, if I'm going out, you are a monitor of the class. If any child is making noise, write their name on the board. It doesn't matter to them who is their friend, they will write. If teacher said if anyone is doing write their name on the board, they will do it. And if anyone is making noise twice, they will write their name twice on the board. Right?
They are best in compliance.
They comply to what is told to them. They love to comply. In that process, will they be bothered about hurting anyone? Will they be in guilt of hurting anyone? No. Because task is more important to them. The best profile for quality control, best profile for research, engineering, chartered accountants, auditors, best profiles when it comes to task. But what they struggle with?
Relationships. Interpersonal skills.
As they grow up, the biggest problem they have is they become lakir ka fakir. Right? They, in their life, trust, fact, and integrity plays an important role. If you are dealing with them and you somewhere flaunted on your facts, they will not be able to trust you back. If you want to convince them, you can convince them with facts and methods, not with emotions. They may miss emotion, but they may not miss the fact. Right? तो ये जब relationship में grow करते हैं, तो there is everything black and white with them. There is no scope of gray with them. क्योंकि हमारी relationship में there is always a scope of gray. कि सीमा ने पहले तुमने उस दिन ऐसा बोला था, फिर तुमने ऐसा बोला. They get into moments and facts. They will not be able to understand situational emotions. Facts. You said this and you are not doing this. That's the premise of conflict. They will not be able to accept that gray. They go black and white. Yes or no. So will they be fit in licensing and PR? Will they be fit in sales?
No, they will not be flexible.
No, they will not.
They'll be good in police, army.
They will be good in research also.
They can be great in research. Can they be great counselors?
No.
Not necessarily.
They will struggle because in counseling and coaching also they go methodical. There is no scope of understanding the gray. And gray is very much important to be understood in life. In coaching, in counseling, you can't go lakir ka fakir. Har case, ab inke case mein chances of being judgmental will be high.
Very high.
Right? And we all discussed in coaching mein judgments need to be controlled. Right?
They will be good in managership.
They will not be.
Good in managership, like this.
They will be good in administration. May not be great managers.
Back-end jobs.
People management ke liye, they need to delegate and they are not good at delegation. They are very critical to their work and if they have to get things done, they become very critical. They want perfect results which can't come in first go. So that is why it is very tough for them to delegate. They are great executors but may not be great managers. Right?
So they're good for back-end desk jobs.
All type of jobs.
Too much communication.
Yeah. All type of job where they have to work with processes. Then people.
Actuarial science.
Wonderful. Superb role. Actuarial sciences, engineering, chartered accountant, coders, programmers. Right? Where they need to work with processes, with papers, then people. Right? So when you want to deal with them, it's very important that trust and integrity has to be maintained if you want to have good relationship with them. Otherwise, they get into facts. Us din ye hua tha, us din ye hua tha, they get into conflict with people. So research before you present to them, be systematic and logical while convincing them. If there is disagreement, use facts to convince them and don't criticize their work. They are already very critical to self. And their goals are, they only buy those goals which has unique accomplishment, correctness, and their goals will be stable and predictable. ये बच्चा अगर 70% पे बैठा है, इसे आप सीधा 95% का goal दोगे, they may not buy it because it is far away from the current level. But if you give them goal which is 80, they may own it because it is predictable, stable. Usually, these kids are good at academics, usually, because they follow timelines. They're disciplined. So usually they are good at academics. Blind spots they are not good at delegation of work. This is, we suggest them work on delegation. They are very pro on tasks, not on people. They need to be made comfortable with people-oriented works. They need to be given tasks where they have to deal with people. Means people-oriented jobs need to be given in the package of task and assignment. Right? They are very critical on self and others. This is something which need to be improved. Problem tab aayegi when parent or manager is a process seeker and child or employee is a praise seeker. क्योंकि प्रोसेस सीकर के लिए प्रेज तब तक नहीं निकलेगी till they have the perfect result. Right? They're very critical on self and critical on others. It's very tough for them to appreciate someone till the time their results are up to the mark. Got it? So if you found a case where a parent is a process seeker, child is a praise seeker, then parent need to bring a lot of mindful changes in their patterns, a lot of conscious changes, because naturally it is tough for them. Right? If there is a relationship combination, husband, wife, one is praise seeker and one is process seeker, chances of conflict can be there. Or especially when wife is a praise seeker and husband is a process seeker, then there will be a lot of chances of assumptions in relationship. There is always a chances of suspicion, because a process seeker will only call someone when they have some work, and praise seeker can talk to people without a reason for hours. Right? And a process seeker will not find reasons in these type of communications or talks. They may have assumptions in relationships, suspicion. Right? A lot of possibilities there. Halaki, my today's topic is not about relationship, but we do have detailed programs on where we discuss about which personality shall be dealt differently, the combinations and all. You asked me a question that can we have different mixture of personalities? Yes, it is possible. Few traits we got inborn, few we acquired, and we keep acquiring traits from some other set of personality traits. There can be a combination of power and praise. Those who have some traits of power and some traits of praise. And if somebody is having a blend of these two personalities, they become highly persuasive. And if somebody is having a trait of praise as well as peace, they become great relationship builder. Best profile for PR, sales, marketing, if they have traits of praise and peace. Even process and peace can be a combination. These people become great coordinators between two departments, two processes. And if power ka blind spot tha कि they are not good at research, or process ki strength hai research. So if power seeker start acquiring traits of process, they become great implementers. Can we have traits from all four personalities? Maybe one or two from each. But usually, few personality traits are contrast in nature, and contrast hardly coexist. Power के जो traits हैं आप देखोगे, it is contrast to peace seeker के traits. So you will hardly see much of blending in this personality profile. Right? If you are a power seeker, the first compromise you do is with your peace. Yes or no?
Sir?
Yes,
Excuse me, sir. Sir, small request, sir. Can you take one personality like Hitler and explain these things, sir?
Hitler is far away. Why to talk about Hitler? If I talk about one personality, that the home minister of our country, right, Amit Shah. If you find Amit Shah, where will you see him in which coordinate you will see him?
The power.
Power one. Something which we know. I haven't met him, but the kind of viewpoint we have from media and all, we see him. And if I see
sir, Trump also.
Trump is purely power, absolutely power seeker individual, right? And if it see Modi ji could be a good blend of
Power and praise.
power and praise, right? And we seen a person who led the country who was a combination of this.
Dr. Manmohan Singh.
Dr. Manmohan Singh. Why to go far to Hitler and all? Let's talk about people, those who we see in our leadership, right?
How we rate a Nitin Gadkari?
Nitin Gadkari is a combination of power and process.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's a great implementer. It's not only he's announcing for control, he's doing things. It's not reflecting much control, but he's also having good control over the processes. So
What
that
can
way,
we-
yes,
Sir,
yes.
what can we say about Sonam Wangchuk?
Who?
Sonam Wangchuk. He is great scientist from Ladakh.
Sir, three idiots.
Three Idiots का वो जो
Sonam
scientist
Wangchuk.
है.
See, I'll tell you.
Ladakh.
I definitely, since he was a scientist, may qualify to be over here in this process.
Okay.
Right? And so far, I've also seen him that he is reflecting now to the world around. He's also reflecting some traits of praise. But by the profile, he fall into this category, right? When he was at that time, he was not looking at any praise or so. Even maybe ho sakta aaj bhi nahi dekh raha. Aaj he is getting into limelight, but if he is trying, then definitely it is showing reflection of praise seeker. Or few things which you try to do, if it is far away from your natural being, then it will never be working for your favor. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि what you are not, you are trying to be, right? It actually do more damage than not doing it. Yes or no?
True, sir. True.
So if something which resonates, which is close to your real being, if you do that, acceptability will be more, it will be advantages. तो अगर कोई praise seeker है नहीं और कोशिश करेगा, तो शायद वो अच्छा ना कर पाए, right? And
सर,
yes.
सर क्या ऐसा होता है कि एक पर्सन के अंदर चारों पर्सनैलिटी का कुछ कुछ परसेंटेज होता है?
हो सकता है, बिल्कुल हो सकता है, absolutely possible. But again, I'm telling you, कि when we are talking about power and peace, right? The contrast traits will not be there. At same point of time, this fellow will not be competition oriented as well as change avoider. Are you getting me? This cannot be a combination in one individual, because if there is somebody who is challenge oriented and competition oriented, they will be ready to accept change. So few traits can be there. एक और चीज मैं आपको बताता हूँ, interesting. मैंने आपको पहले बताया, a power seeker, because they are very much into multiple things, one day they may get tired and they say, give me peace. और जिस दिन उसने मांगना शुरू कर दिया, give me peace, I want peace, we think they are peace seeker. Actually, they are frustrated because of certain things. Give them peace. You give peace to a power seeker, take away all the challenges from them, make them retired from the job, they will be highly uncomfortable. They will be attracting mental health issues.
They can't sit in
They
their
will
position.
attract challenges for themselves. But peace seeker can enjoy it. वो तो चाहता है कि मुझे ऐसी life मिले, जहाँ there is no challenge. Right? So it's not about what they demand. Maybe sometime it happens, I've seen peace seekers demanding power. They will be able to enjoy power till the time power is coming with peace. The moment peace is taken away, they quit.
Sometimes it may happen that person is not dominant, but they like to enjoy change. May possible.
Change the even praise seeker is comfortable with. I told you they take risk, but their reason of taking risk is different. They take risk for their influence, not for control. And peace seeker can also go aggressive, provided their peace is on stake. इन लोगों का जब peace छीन जाता ना, चाहे कोई छीने, चाहे nature छीने, they work hard to get that peace back. जब कोविड आया था, बड़े peace seekers की नौकरी चली गई. They worked hard to get their job back. At that time, they were highly aggressive, right? Because they needed their peace back in life. Otherwise, once they get into peace, then they don't ask for, give me opportunities, or they're not pro towards asking opportunities. Yes, Manvi?
So can a process seeker be a praise seeker as well?
Process seeker, again, there are contrast traits in that. They can have some traits borrowed from each other. Right.
So like if I give you an example, now if you look at in the case of students, now a student is very methodical, very obedient, very hardworking, and is excelling in their studies and their academics. But they also do this because every year they get some sort of praise, they get some sort of appreciation.
So then actually they are praise seeker. They're not process seeker. Their process is bringing them praise.
Okay.
That is why I told you, if any praise seeker is getting enough appreciation for completion of task, they will be
then they will continue.
Yeah.
Right. So their dominant trait is praise seeking, and for that they are following processes.
They are working hard also. They are working beyond their peace also. They take risk also.
Right, sir. Thanks.
Right. So, and see what I shared with you. I hope you all like this idea. A perspective new to you. लिख के भी बता सकते हो chat box में. How was the discussion today? Have you got insights?
Yes, sir.
And how many of you want to know more about it? What exactly it is? This is interesting stuff.
Yeah, already mentioned in chat box that in case we can have 2 to 3 days or 1 month training.
I'll tell you.
4 P's
See,
of
I just
personality.
introduced this concept to you. It was very brief, very brief. Within 3 hours, right? It is not possible that I will be giving you every insight on it. One opportunity you have, you can invest in this book. This book is going to give you absolute all details about how to deal with them. 3 perspectives are there in the book. Each personality is explained with the perspective of a parent. If you want to deal as with a child who is of this nature, what all things you can do as a parent to improve their blind spots, what type of career you can opt for them, detailed aspect. This book is also help for those who want to be good in their relationship with their spouses. So from a perspective of a spouse also, you can read this book. And also in this book, we have brought a leadership and management perspective also. As a manager, as a leader, to know your team well, know your employees better, team members better, you can get a lot of insights. So every topic is explained in 3 different perspectives. In workplace, how to deal with them, how to encourage them, how to improve their blind spots, as a spouse and as a parent. So if you're a life coach, if you're a parent coach, if you're a career coach, because we have also shared in this best careers for each personality and worst career for each personality. So there's insight on that also. If you're a career coach, this book will be a great insight for you, right? So invest 499 rupees in this book to get more insight about this concept. And if you want to buy this book, I'm going to share a link with you. You can use this link to buy this product from Amazon. Much detailed, right? Many of you have, I know many of you have already ordered. Rest all
Yes, sir.
I
We
just shared a
already
link.
ordered and just waiting for their book.
I shared a link with you, and anyone shall share this link in the WhatsApp group also, which you're part of, right? Otherwise, I've shared in the chat box. You can go and invest in this book. This book will give you a lot of clarity on, as a parent, as a spouse, as a
सर
manager,
इसमें
leader.
सर ये बुक में 4 पीस का क्वेश्चनर जो आपने हमको दिया था वो भी इंक्लूडेड है क्या बुक में?
Not included. That's not there.
Okay. And to find out the personality, we have to go through that 4 piece questionnaire only.
See, I'll tell you, there is a test definitely which helps us, which is in Hindi and English, both languages, which can help us know someone's personality, and anyone who is 12 years and above can take the test. We may not be able to use that assessment tool for any child who is pretty young, but yes, we can use it for kids, those who are above that 3 years of, just 12 years of age. We also are offering a 16-hour certification program. If you want to be a certified personality profiler, right? And this personality profiling is making sense to everyone, to a corporate trainer, to a relationship coach, to a parenting coach, to a life coach, to a career coach. If you want to be a certified personality profiler, a personality profiling coach, you can avail this workshop. It is going to happen in Gurugram. It's a 2 days program, 16 to 18 hours program. It's going to happen on 17th and 18th May, 2025. And you will get all the content, PPTs, study material for 4 Ps. You will be able to conduct these programs in corporate. You will be able to do coaching based on this. And we will also be giving you access to this psychometric tool, which is online. Each of your client will get a report of their personality, right? And it's a certification program. You will get access of material, tools, and investment in this program is 15,000. And all those who are deep parenting coaches and those who are TTC members, in any chapter of TTC you are there, you will be getting this program in 11,000 rupees. So it's a certification program. Now, you attended 3 hours of program on this. Now think, if there is a 16 hours workshop on it, what more is there which you can be pro on, right? After attending this program, you can incorporate these tools in your coaching practices. You can do workshops, seminars, right? On this topic. Corporate is anyways looking for the programs for leadership, for management. This program is much in demand with corporate. Relationship coaching, it is much needed. And that workshop also speaks about how two people with different personality profile have to live with each other, right? So this is there. The next program will be in Mumbai, and Mumbai program will be announced soon. The dates are not yet decided. Delhi program, which is in Gurugram, anyone who is nearby and who is from north and central part of India can travel to this. We'll be arranging your stay also. So it is 17th and 18th of May. The fee is 15,000 for deep parenting coaches, and TTC members it is 11,000.
So any online program, sir?
Online program, see, I'll tell you, this program is in the form of workshop.
Okay.
Which is not possible online. It is only possible. Otherwise, I would have done it online, right? But online, that is why I did this 3 hours program. People who started with me, they haven't stayed with me because 3 hours is a long time, right? But when they are there, they will be doing a lot of role plays. There will be role plays. It's more in the form of a workshop. It's not form of a training. So since it's a workshop, so there will be presentations over there. There will be role plays. There will be case studies, simulation activities on different personalities.
So in Bangalore, are you planning, or in Chennai?
So far, so like there will definitely be in one in South, but depending on the registrations and this. But so far, I have a lot of people asking in West and this North. North, we have decided it's 17th and 18th, and Mumbai most probably in the last week of May. Dates will be announced soon.
If it's happening, let me know.
सर जब मुझे कॉर्पोरेट से ये पूछा गया था कि आप डिस्क प्रोफाइलिंग करते हो तो उसके लिए सर्टिफिकेशन होना जरूरी होता है, तो ये करने के बाद हम लोग कॉर्पोरेट्स में बड़े प्रोग्राम से वो बोलते हैं वो ले सकते हैं क्या?
आप 4 Ps की ट्रेनिंग कर सकते हो, राइट? द टूल यू विल सर्टिफिकेशन ऑन 4 Ps.
क्योंकि उनका स्पेसिफिक रिक्वायरमेंट था डिस्क पर्सनालिटी चाहिए, तो ये
एक्चुअली इट इज डिस्क ओनली, बट ऑफ कोर्स इफ यू डू डिस्क सर्टिफिकेशंस और सो व्हाट दे डिमांड, दिस इज the same, right? The only flair which is different today is disc is outer reflection of the personality and 4 Ps is the inner urge of a personality. But rates are absolutely same, different packaging, but same clients you can serve with your tool, with your certification.
Okay. So जो भी रोल प्ले और वो सब आप करवाएंगे तो ये हम वर्कशॉप में सेम यूज कर सकते हैं वहां पे?
Absolutely, all content, worksheets, lot of stuff will be there. Assessment tool also you can use in your further coaching interventions and trainings, which you do for corporates, schools. This program is very important for leaders, teachers, right? School principals can do this program. Anyone who is in coaching and counseling, it is very important for them. Assessment tool, you will be getting online access to it. Once you do this certification program, you will be getting it. Somebody asked 11K includes stay. Yes, it is including stay in Delhi, not in Mumbai. Mumbai, the pricing will not be same with stay, very expensive. Please don't keep on last week of May. Not decided yet. Based on responses of coaches, I'll be. What are the dates? Dates are 17th and 18th May, Deepa, in Delhi. Not Delhi, Gurgaon. So 15,000 for anyone. TTC members and deep parenting coaches will be getting it in 11,000 rupees. Great opportunity. 2 days program. Yes.
But if we don't want to stay, then also 11,000.
Then it will be somewhat. It will be reduced. You text me, I'll tell you. Right, based on the pricing. Yes. Anyone else? Any query? I hope you got value spending 3 hours today in this program. I will be sharing recording of this program in the group, and I will also share this link of reviews. If you can, I would really appreciate if you just.
It was very interesting, sir.
If you just put a review on this review section on Google, that will be great. Whatever has been your experience so far, please do share your view. I'll be sharing that review sections link in the group. So would really appreciate to have your review on this 3 hours program. Thank you.
Sir,
Thanks a ton. Yes.
Sir, आपकी TTC में अवेलेबल रहेगा अभी जब आप आ रहे हैं थर्ड को रहेगी
Will be
ठीक है
available. It will
साइन
be
कॉपी चाहिए ना
available. Right. So thanks a ton. Would really appreciate these type of programs we keep organizing. Stay in touch, be in that group, right? There will be more programs coming up. You can attend multiple different programs in near future. We are also coming up with Carnival of Hope. A lot of programs are coming. We'll keep updating you about these programs. Thank you. Thanks for sparing your
Thank you,
time,
sir.
spending time with
Thank
us
you,
on
sir.
this Sunday.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Bye.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.